Okay.
Dave Silletta.
Hey.
Hey.
How are you?
It's good, man. My podcast is suffering.
Yeah.
Yeah, big time because I can't get
Because
anyone.
I'm your only guest.
I can't get anyone in my house. I can't get anyone in my house. You're my only guest. So, couple things, couple things of business. This is episode 21. I didn't even say anything on episode 20. That's kind of like a milestone.
Yeah.
And you were on 20 as well, so.
Oh, it was. Okay.
Yeah, you were episode 20.
I don't even remember.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the.
Was it movies?
Movies.
Oh wow.
Movies was 20.
That was over Christmas.
I know, it was like a long time ago.
It's March.
Yeah, I didn't do one for a whole month.
Wow.
I know. It's been tough. Been tough dedicating the time and getting the people.
Yeah. Totally.
But things will settle down in the spring, and I think I'll be able to live up a few more. I'll start filming them outside again.
Yeah.
Then we'll be good.
Yeah. Cool.
So I've been letting my beard grow.
Yeah. I've noticed.
For all you people watching this on or listening to this, it's getting long. It's like 4 inches long now. It's getting kind of unruly, right?
It's a bit much.
A bit much, yeah. So my daughter Hannah, she's 16 and she wants to do everything, right? So like she wants to be a hairdresser, a nurse, a doctor, a lawyer, a race car driver. So one thing is she's going to trim my beard for me.
Oh, nice.
Maybe even tomorrow.
Okay.
So this is it. This is its full length.
It's good.
It's good, right?
I don't think you should be any longer than that.
No, it's big now.
Yeah.
It's big. But I told her not to buzz me. I just want a little trim.
Yeah.
Go back to movies. Like, don't buzz me.
Don't buzz me, man.
Just a little trim.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I'm going to get a little trim on the beard.
Yeah.
We're smoking the Headley Grange today. These are made by Crown Heads. They're really good. How'd you find it?
So for me, immediately it's a bit full body.
Yeah, it's a little bit full.
Yeah. I'm used to a more mild cigar because I don't smoke all that much. I'm about once a month on the podcast.
Yeah.
So I think that was the last time I smoked a cigar was on the podcast.
Are you serious?
Well, maybe a couple cigarillos here and there.
Yeah.
But not a full size.
Right.
But yeah, my initial reaction was a bit
pepper.
Yeah, a lot of spice, a lot of pepper, and full body, which I think a lot of the cigar smokers would really like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
These have been pretty well received. I thought a lot of guys really enjoy these. Yeah. So I want to talk. First segment of the show. I got a list of things we're going to talk about.
Okay, because I was told that we were podcasting about 5 minutes ago, so I don't know what we're talking about tonight.
We're going to talk.
I just had dinner.
Well, that's nice.
A minute ago.
Nobody cares.
Okay. No, but it was really delicious.
Oh, good. Would you eat?
Yeah. I made a filet mignon steak salad with blue cheese.
Oh, wasn't I supposed to come over for that filet?
Roasted asparagus, and it was delicious. Yeah.
So you know what we had? I don't want to say this in public, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm trying to like reduce my weight a little bit.
Oh, really?
Kind of buffed up a little bit over the last bit, but
you gotta cut.
I'm cutting.
You've been bulking.
I've been bulking, now I'm cutting. So
since 1990. And now it's time to cut.
It's time to finally start to cut.
Yeah.
So So we had Hannah made. Hannah, my oldest, she made basically like pasta, but she made it out of zucchini. But she didn't use like a fancy swirly thingy or just shredded it like into long, chunky like French fry size. Like little thin French fries. Kind of sauteed that up. Threw some pesto on it.
Yeah.
With a bit of Asiago.
Okay.
Damn.
Nice.
Because I haven't eaten pasta in like a month.
Yeah.
That was good.
Nice.
That was almost like a pseudo pasta-y thing. And like 3 cups of zucchini. It's got like nothing in it, like no calories, but it was really fun, so it was delicious.
Good.
Yeah. So
So that's the first segment?
No, that's not the first segment.
Dinner talk.
No. I was trying to say the first segment. I wanted to tell people the point of business that we're supposed to say at the beginning.
Oh.
This is podcast 21.
Yes.
Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That will really help my podcast grow.
Oh, sweet. Smash that like button.
Smash that like button. Subscribe. Yeah, like, you know what? Nothing's gonna happen if you subscribe. It's not like
you don't need to watch.
Yeah. You don't actually even need to watch. It's not like you're gonna get advertising if you subscribe. So do that. That would be really, really great. Really helpful for my channel.
Yeah, totally.
Because this is my retirement plan. No, it's not. I'm never retiring, but not by choice, right? I'm just not going to be able to retire.
Right.
Yeah, the way my wife and kids spend money, good luck. But but if you can like, subscribe, notification, I think that's the little bell, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then if you feel so inclined, leave a comment. I mean, you can't comment on Spotify or anything like that, but on YouTube you can.
Yeah. It's fun. It's engaging.
Yeah. It's kind of neat.
It was kind of fun during the movie podcast.
A lot of people replied, and I answered, and it was like a little back and forth. It was fun.
Some engagement. It's
yeah.
That's good.
So I wanted to just quickly talk about the real estate market and the price of lumber and the craziness. This is like our first segment. So we're into this for 5 minutes. I think I can just chop this into a little segment on real estate and upload that separately. So as a clip, because I got a clip channel now, not a channel, but a clip playlist.
Okay.
So I'll throw a real estate synopsis in the clips.
So real estate. March 2021 is where we're at right now.
Yeah.
And man, have things changed unbelievably fast in our marketplace in Victoria here, and I think
all of Canada.
Yeah. I don't even know. I'll have to check, but maybe around the world.
Maybe Ontario is going crazy.
Ontario's crazy, but yeah, specifically in Victoria, where my market is, and our market here, prices have just gone bananas, to be honest. And to start off with lumber prices, because you mentioned that.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen a dramatic increase in the price of all materials.
Like 3 or 4 times, right?
3 or 4 times.
3 or 400% increase.
So if you had told me to prepare, I would have had some numbers for you. But just like off the top of my head, if plywood by the 1,000 square feet was $300, now we're at $1,000. And we're talking about those increases over the last year or two. So and they've continually been climbing, but now they've skyrocketed.
Right. So 2 sheets of plywood is essentially 100 square feet. They're 48 square feet each, right? 4 by 8. 4 by 8 is 32 square feet. So 3 sheets is more or less 100 square feet.
Yeah.
So it starts to add up fast.
It does.
If you're paying $1,000.
Yeah. That's per
for 1,000 square feet.
Yeah. So, but it's 3 times the price. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
We're talking about 3 times the price. Insulation has gone up.
Insulation too.
Substantially. So the overall cost to build is just going up, which is just increasing, fueling this economy, and the market and the rising prices are all tied, because if you need to build a house now, it costs more money. Mm-hmm. The developer needs to make a little bit of profit in that as well.
Sure.
And in most cases, they're losing money right now because they've tied into pricing. They've maybe sold pre-construction, where they've
pre-sold on a condo build
or a townhouse development where they're phasing it and units are getting built. And it's going to be really challenging over the next little while with these prices. So that's tricky. I've heard that most contractors, developers, but on the contractor side, they're cost plus right now because they can't quote.
Right.
The prices are changing so rapidly that they just cannot guarantee those quotes for any length of time. It's too risky for them.
Yeah.
So it's a cost plus. So we're just seeing massive increases on that side.
Right.
On the real estate side, we just got our February numbers in, so our sales are up 53%.
What's that, volume? Sales volume?
Sales volume.
Now, how is that? Is that dollar volume or is that actually units sold?
That's units sold.
Oh, wow.
And that's units sold over last year, February.
So
pre-COVID.
Yeah.
But the beginning part of the year is usually a bit slower, and COVID's just turned everything up on its head. It's like the spring market started last fall, is what's happened, and it never really stopped because the spring market froze, and we never really got our spring market of 2020. And then that spring market started basically the fall of 2020. Carried through to December was busy, January was busy.
After things sort of started relaxing just a little bit in the fall, right?
Right, yeah.
Then people started going and seeing houses and listing and buying.
And then in the last 3 months we've seen dramatic price increases. So some examples would be, houses that sat on the market in, let's say October of last year. Maybe they were priced a little bit too high. The market was active, but it wasn't crazy. So let's call it an average house of $900,000 in the Victoria core. that sat on the market for 90 days, got maybe towards Christmas, and the client said, you know what, Mr. Realtor or Mrs. Realtor, take the house off the market. It's going to be Christmas now. Let's just relist it, after the new year.
They did good.
Those houses have come back on the market. They've raised the price on them a little bit. So a house at 950 or 900, list for 950. They have 60 showings over 3 days. They've delayed their offers.
Yeah.
They collect offers on a Wednesday or Thursday or whatever the day may be, and they get 10 15,
good offers.
20 offers,
Oh,
which many of them are unconditional,
oh boy,
over asking, and we're seeing houses sell 200, 250,000
so
over the asking.
20% over.
So that $900,000 house is now $1.2 million in some cases.
Mm-hmm. Well, we saw that.
The percentage is just—it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So, and that's only in three short months.
Yeah.
So it's really challenging, and it's unfortunate for those buyers who
been
delayed
waiting,
or were waiting, or maybe were a little bit too picky, and now they're just absolutely scrambling in it. And I feel like there's going to be a little bit of regret with some of these purchases,
Sure.
potentially.
With people that didn't purchase?
That didn't purchase, and now maybe were forced to purchase something that isn't perfect, and they paid a lot of money for.
Right. Right.
It's a tricky time. It's a tricky time for even sellers, believe it or not.
Really?
Some people find it really hard to
gouge.
Well, first of all,
like, do they feel like they're gouging?
Some people love it. Obviously, they're running to the bank with this amazing amount of money.
retiring or downsizing.
And other people are shocked. They just cannot believe it, and it's almost like they feel bad signing that paperwork that some young couple is paying.
$1 million for a starter home.
For a starter home. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting little situation we're in.
Yeah. So I got an email from my lumberyard, because I have an account to the lumberyard.
Sure.
They were saying that because of the pandemic,
Yes.
the people just aren't. Well, we're not traveling.
No, we're not.
So we're spending money on our houses.
And that's true.
So I don't know what the price of paint is, but you can't find a painter apparently right now.
No.
Cannot find a painter.
Yeah.
Framer, can't find a framer. Can't find anybody. Can't find anybody. So
I have clients who, in the summer, purchased plus improvements type mortgages, where they were going to buy a home, renovate it, and then move into it.
Right.
And so in some cases they were putting in a suite into those homes,
Oh.
and they qualified based on the fact that they'd have that suite into that house in a short period of time.
Yeah.
Usually it's 90 days or 4 months or something like that. And now they're stuck, and the house is half renovated.
Oh boy.
Can't get their contractors back,
Oh boy.
and it's trouble.
Yeah.
It's troublesome.
Yeah.
So it's a problem.
So the lumberyard was saying that 40% of they didn't say material. They said OSB. I don't know why they.
OSB is more expensive than plywood right now.
I know. I don't know why they said OSB in the email, but they said 40% of OSB is used by people, like amateurs, renovating their own homes and stuff like that.
Interesting.
Like the homeowners. But what the heck? OSB's like that sawdust board, right?
Sawdust board, yeah, press board, chip board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
That's
what are people
usually
using
used
OSB for?
For sheeting and exterior envelopes of homes,
No,
sheds.
not
You
OSB.
would use OSB in certain cases, wouldn't you?
I don't think so.
Why
It's
not?
not water resistant.
But you're putting on a water barrier on the top.
True. Shouldn't go through the water barrier. I don't know what they
what's
sheet
OSB for then.
What do they sheet a house for? With? I mean, we used to use sheet back in the day.
Well, no, you use plywood.
Plywood.
Yeah, plywood or OSB.
I don't know what OSB.
In a non-shear wall, I believe you can. Right?
Okay, I don't know. Don't know. Someone's gonna fix this.
I
fix
didn't
this up
use
on
it
that.
on my house, but
No, either did I.
yeah,
I used plywood.
I use plywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, 40% of the OSB is going to home renovation. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of that material.
Hey, we're back. I guess a little technical difficulty there, folks. The sound might be a little bit funny, just a bit, but we should be good now. So yeah, so the OSB.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what the home renovating person would use it for.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the demand is high and the prices have gone up dramatically on OSB,
Yeah.
and it's more expensive than plywood.
That's weird.
Yeah, because I think the quote was that, or the stat I saw was the plywood was about $950 a thousand square, and OSB was over 1,000. like 1,050. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah, doesn't make any sense.
No, I don't get it. But I guess as things get back to normal,
Yeah,
hopefully the mills and stuff will be able to make lumber and bring the prices down, because this is
you would
ridiculous.
think so. Yeah,
The price of houses is not high enough if that's the cost of the lumber.
that's right.
You know what I mean?
So even though we've had massive increases over the last 3 months,
You
they
can
haven't
build
adjusted.
these-
They haven't
yeah,
adjusted
yeah.
correctly now
No.
with the cost of material, and yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Maybe as by the end of this year, as people start to travel again, they'll stop spending so much money on their house, and hot tubs
Yeah,
gone crazy, boats gone crazy, trucks, you can't buy a truck, can't buy a camper, can't buy a van, outdoor lighting, again, part of the home improvement thing.
Yeah.
Prices have gone way through the roof.
yeah,
It's just
yeah.
I
It's
don't-
really random things that people
yeah.
are spending money on, and
well,
I get it.
I bought some split face stones. They're up 22%.
Yeah,
It's like
Yeah.
22, 22%.
Well, I was working on my landscaping, and they were out for a long time. Actually, they were
were
just
out,
right
yeah,
out.
yeah, completely
Abbotsford
out.
stones were,
yeah, you
were
couldn't get them.
full out of product, or the Abbotsford concrete, or whatever.
Yeah,
it is.
absolute concrete. Yeah.
yeah, right out of material
I know.
at all locations.
Now
Slade,
maybe
Lumber World, everywhere.
yeah, maybe they had to close the factory down for a bit, and then that'll set them really far back. And then with increased demand, it takes a long time to catch up.
It does.
So hopefully,
Yeah.
we can see a leveling off.
Yeah, it would be
It would
nice.
be nice if we saw a leveling off on the price of housing as well, but it doesn't look like it, does it?
It doesn't at this point because the inventory levels are so low. So we are. I don't want to quote, but for a brief period, we were at a 20-year low inventory level.
Oh, whoa.
So when I started 12 years ago in real estate, in the CRD there was about 5,000 listings, and we're down to about 1,000.
Yeah.
If you can believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember, when I started, Bear Mountain had been developed, but then had gone into some issues and problems up there.
Yes.
That whole
they went into
area
receivership,
Went
right?
into receivership, and that whole area was kind of half constructed and half not. And I had clients who were looking up there, and I remember, thinking, I can't believe how many homes these people have seen. And I went back and looked, and I had showed some clients 90 homes for sale in their price range.
Wow.
Between Langford, View Royal, Bear Mountain.
Has Bear Mountain, is it back up and running full speed? Because they scrapped a bunch of stuff up there. You remember back after
It's full speed ahead.
full speed
and
condos and big tall build. Are they
there
doing
are not a lot of. There are some spots for the condos, but they haven't developed that area yet.
Okay.
But townhouses and single family detached, there's lots of them, and they're selling very, very quickly. It's
Right.
a day,
Oh,
2 days.
gosh.
Yeah, over ask again.
Oh,
in that,
same
Yep,
thing.
same.
Yeah.
It's become very expensive as well. Yeah, like millions.
What?
Oh yeah, you'd be shocked. Some of the houses at the top of the hill, they're very nice, exclusive, big listings. You just wouldn't have thought it a few years back.
No,
Yeah.
you'd think 500 grand was too much for a house up there a couple years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Souk's just looking at a new, or asking for input from their citizens. I guess they're the people that live there.
Yeah.
For input on their community plan, because I think they're growing so fast right now that they need
They
to
are.
start figuring some stuff out, or they're going to be in big trouble with planning.
They are actually already.
Oh.
Yeah, I think so. And funny, I just heard this. It's not confirmed, but it came from a builder who I think's very knowledgeable about this topic. And there's a step code, which is efficiency, home efficiency.
Yeah.
And Souk has jumped over from maybe step 1 to step 3 because they had a very loose insulation code and exterior envelope code going back a little while, and they are increasing the prices to the contractors, developers, because now they have to build a tighter, more
Who's
efficient
increasing
home.
the costs?
Well, the municipalities impose these building code regulations,
But the
legislated
municipality
by the province.
But the municipality doesn't charge the builder anymore, do
No,
they? No, the builder's
but
charging
the builder
their clients
has
more.
to obviously build it out more because the installation values are higher. So
Right.
again, increasing cost of
To the
housing
consumer.
to the consumer. Of course, it's always to the consumer.
Yeah.
So on one hand, the municipality thinks they're doing a good thing by making a house tighter, more efficient. I think we all want a tighter, more efficient home, really. But at what cost?
Is there a payback?
No.
Does it ever pay back?
Probably not.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Right? Because, you know, if you
you're electrical-
if you have a brand new build, you know, it's pretty efficient.
It's already good.
It's already good.
Yeah.
So if you impose all these other extra regulations to get it super, super tight,
Yeah.
how much more efficient is that house becoming? And the payback is not there.
Yeah, to make a house 10% more efficient might cost you another $100,000.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And and it's not even 10%.
It's like less?
It's way less,
Oh.
I believe. And what are you comparing it to? A house built in 1930s in Victoria?
Yeah, then every house now is good.
So every house is amazing.
They didn't even have vapor barrier or insulation at all in the 30s.
Yeah, the wind blows right through them.
Yeah.
Wood sash windows, single pane
Yeah,
windows.
yeah.
You know, no vapor barrier, no insulation.
No insulation in the attic.
Yeah. So all these houses are really good. So why are we imposing extra rules to make brand new construction even better when 95% of the homes in Victoria are 30s built that are super inefficient anyways? We're targeting the wrong thing. I think people should be able to opt to build those efficient homes because they're into it.
Right.
Not force
Don't
them
force
to
them.
go so far when we're already building a pretty good quality home in Canada and in Victoria.
Well, if you buy new double glazed, gelled windows, let's say,
Exactly.
and you got 2x6 walls with insulation, like what's
an
that,
R20,
R20, and R40 in the ceiling,
R50
R50 with vapor barrier.
Pretty good, right?
I mean, that's already good.
Really good.
That's already really good.
Yeah, exactly.
And especially in Victoria with the price of real estate, they're just making it more expensive.
Yes.
And our climate is so mild here.
Well,
our differential in
That's
heating
exactly
is
it.
so low.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 6 degrees outside, 7 degrees, 8 degrees today.
Yeah.
We only have to bring your house up another 12 degrees to
That's
make
right.
it room temperature.
Yeah.
This isn't Winnipeg.
Yeah.
Or Edmonton,
Our
where
coldest day to hottest day, the swing is pretty minimal, and
very
it's only
minimal.
peaks in those really
little couple days
couple
here
of
and
days.
there. Yeah.
So 4 days on the cold side, 5 days on the hot side. The rest of the range is pretty mild.
Yeah.
Not a big swing.
No. So it's
Like how many days are 10 to 20 degrees in Victoria Celsius? I think a lot.
oh gosh.
Right?
Yeah. 10 to 20 covers most of them.
Most
you
of
get
the year.
You get a week of hot
Yeah.
and a week of cold.
Exactly.
That's it.
So, yeah.
I mean, yeah, you might get so if you're a little bit inefficient for those 2 weeks a year, I mean,
Well, yeah. Big
and
deal.
you know what? In the summertime when it's too hot, most of us don't have AC anyway, so
No.
you're doing nothing about that other than opening your windows.
Opening windows, slip the sheet.
So the week of cold, yeah, you're using a little more fossil fuels or electricity
That's
or whatever
right.
to
That's
heat your
right.
home.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what's the so you got to think about, okay, we're going to create more CO2 in the environment for that 1 week, but how much CO2 are we creating trying to get the houses tighter?
It's an interesting point.
I don't know. I mean, I could be totally off base.
Well,
but
yeah,
there's a lot of
you
materials
need like a
being
building
used.
scientist to really figure this
Yeah.
stuff out, and I think they have.
But-
and they've proven that what we're doing is already good enough, and we
Oh.
don't need to go too crazy.
We don't need to go further.
No, not unless you're in super cold climates or super hot climates.
Yeah.
And
Super
it's,
hot if you're air conditioning
And
the
it's
house.
funny when you go down south to those super hot climates, their building code is terrible.
Oh, it's the worst.
Canadian building code is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to Texas in
Yes.
Houston, which is stinking hot.
Very.
Single pane windows.
Yeah. They're changing now.
Yeah, but
So I've-
single pane, and it
yeah.
was a pretty new house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at my friend's place.
Yeah.
It was a pretty new house. It was a nice house, big house, not wood, like stone and all that, you
Yeah.
know, good looking stuff. Single glazed. I was like, single glazed windows?
Yeah.
It's 110 degrees outside.
Yeah.
And
Most
you're
of the year.
cooling it to 70.
Yeah.
Like your AC's got to be just running through the roof.
Yeah.
It never
Yeah.
stops.
The solar heat gain on a single pane window is brutal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you stand in front of it. It's like you're standing in front of an oven.
I know.
Yeah, because we have single pane windows at work.
Right.
Right? And when the sun comes out for 1 second and the place heats up to like 70.
That's right.
And as soon as the sun goes down, it cools right off like 15
Exactly.
degrees like in minutes. It's insanity. So we're just about up to the 10-minute mark here again. I'm going to see if this thing caught
Yeah.
so that like this
For sure.
working. I don't
So
know.
that's a snippet on the real estate market.
Yeah.
So we can see if that happens there. And
We're good.
Oh, we're good. Nice.
Good. So that'll give people a little update with
Yeah.
real estate. I'll put this in as a clip.
Yeah, I can come back with
We'll come back.
actually some like real stats. I wasn't
Yeah,
prepared
yeah, yeah.
tonight,
No, I
but
know you weren't. I know you weren't. Get some stats, and
it's
we'll do this
really-
again in a
It's really
week.
interesting on what's happening, and it'll be interesting to see where this goes. And I don't believe there's an end in sight at the moment, just based on the demand, and there's other factors that we're dealing with right now with immigration and people with COVID moving from these bigger metropolitan areas to smaller cities like Victoria, and our climate's better. And we've always known that. People have always been moving
And
here.
we're on
They've
the
been
island, and we've had really low numbers, and it's
Yeah.
safer, and
exactly.
blah, blah.
And it's lifestyle's better here, and there's a lot of advantages. So, it may
There's
cool
coming
down.
a point, though, where the lifestyle here is not going to be achievable.
It's true because the prices will be too high.
It's just going to be too
Yeah.
expensive to live here.
Yeah.
And property taxes
Yeah.
are ridiculous.
So just today, I had a friend reach out and say, "Hey, why don't my house? I bought it for $740 a year and a half ago, legitimately worth over $1 million now." And we looked at his comparables and we thought, okay. He thought, what if I sold this now? I said, okay. And where are you gonna go? Parksville. He's always wanted to go to Parksville.
Oh.
This particular client.
Parksville's got to be expensive too.
So I put up a search, 900,000 and under, single family detached,
Anything?
3 bedrooms. It's like 6 houses,
Oh God.
and they weren't very nice.
Oh God.
So he's like, what's that?
yeah.
So that's a bit crazy, hey? So I said, I actually got to check the settings again because that doesn't seem right. But
If he had enough-
I'm familiar with that
If he
market.
had enough cash, he should buy something in Parksville, rent it, hold it. I mean, I know you got to have a lot of cash to do that.
Yeah.
Rent it, hold it for a year or two. He could sell his house here at the
Right.
rate to go 1.5. Go there, then you got a reasonable
Yeah.
size
See,
mortgage.
he doesn't have the ability to do that, and he's in a career with elderly seniors. So Parksville would be a great move for him.
Right.
So he could reduce his overall costs, actually still make the same amount of money, even maybe more, and it's really a thriving
So
business.
you think he'd be able to even do a lateral move from what he's got?
Oh,
here?
absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
yeah.
It's just, but currently there's just no listings.
He's not going to save any money though.
He could if those listings were there, but we're not seeing them right now.
Oh.
So it's hard to say what will happen with that
Right,
particular client.
right.
But yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll get you back in about a week. You can prepare, and we'll do a full 1 hour
Love
real
to.
estate review.
That'd be great.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I got notes
Great.
because there's some crazy.
Don't rev me up, okay? I've had a
you're gonna
very
get
stressful
so
week.
revved up.
Okay.
Okay. So that was the clean part of our podcast. That was the professional
Oh,
part.
jeez.
Now we're gonna go a little bit fucking cuckoo, for lack of a better
So
word.
I'll stop drinking my Michael Bublé.
Yeah, we're gonna drink Battalion. We are drinking Battalion Oro. I don't know where I got this tequila from, but taste this and tell me what you taste. Just put it on the ground there.
I
Did
feel
we
like
try?
our parents brought this back or
And maybe they
something,
did. Yeah,
from Mexico.
Yeah, but I've been drinking a lot of tequila lately. Not a lot, but enough. It's good. I really like it. It goes great with cigars.
Oh, that's delicious.
Isn't that good?
Yeah. It's got a very nice agave flavor to it.
Yeah, it tastes like
But-
it's woody. You can taste the
Real-
barrel.
Yeah, oak aged.
Yeah.
A lot of sweetness and caramel in that.
I know
and-
it's really good.
Yeah, that's
really
that's
good.
delicious. That's a sipping tequila for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Wow. Italian,
I know.
everybody. If you ever find that bottle, pick
Yeah,
one up.
not available in BC. I looked it
No,
up. Couldn't
no.
find it.
That's-
Yeah,
yeah.
so if you find the
Well, when are you going to pick one of those up?
hey,
When are you going to travel next?
well, me never.
No, but who's going to Mexico?
Nobody.
Nobody.
I'm
Nobody I
never
know.
going to Mexico again.
No, I'm off of it.
Yeah, next place I travel, I don't know.
You said you're off of Hawaii, which I thought was a bit interesting.
Yeah,
You just done with that, hey?
not totally done with Hawaii, but I'm never gonna go back to Oahu
Oh,
for more
Oahu.
than one day.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get that.
Hawaii's gotten expensive.
Yes, it has.
Extremely expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And just wait.
And just wait. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What do you think's going to happen to travel?
Oh God, no.
The same as home improvement, right?
Yeah, as soon
Because-
as the pandemic's over, if you can buy a ticket now, buy it now and
Yep.
hold it.
Probably.
Because I don't. I think as soon as as soon as we got 60% of the population vaccinated and this thing is kind of quote unquote over,
Right. Everybody
Is
I
anyone
know
gonna be
is
able to travel?
itching to go.
I think boat prices are gonna plummet.
Interesting.
That's my quote. That's my
Okay.
my analysis.
Okay.
Boat prices are gonna plummet.
RVs?
No, I don't think so because people
No.
are just going to go on longer trips into the U.S.
Okay, because I was going to say, I've got my van.
Yeah, you're
Got a
Westie.
My Westie. It's not running yet, but I'm
We'll get it.
getting there. I'm getting there.
We've replaced everything. It's not running, so we replaced
So
the wheel bearings and the
my,
brakes and
My thought of travel right now, okay, is not a flight.
right.
It's an extended in my vehicle south or east. I'll drive across Canada. I'd love to. We did it once before. I'll do it again.
Yeah.
Because I thought if something is to happen, I could just drive home.
What do you mean, like a pandemic again?
Another pandemic. Remember how fast it happened? I had friends that left
in Cuba
on trips to think, oh, it's not, things are happening, but it's not that bad. I'll get on this flight, only to arrive somewhere to figure out I'm turning around and coming home in 3 days, losing all their travel money. And
yeah, but we'll know now. We'll know.
Will we?
You'd like to think.
Yeah,
you've learned
but that
something.
was pretty crazy, right?
Yeah.
So
I had a friend in Cuba at the time.
Yeah.
He came back and he had to quarantine for 2 weeks. It's like, Jesus. Who
Even-
can afford 2 more weeks of
Right.
off time
Right.
after a holiday? You
Right.
can't do it.
And legitimately, you should quarantine even if you're driving across. But I think they're making that mandatory. But at least
only if
you're
there's
not getting on a plane.
Yeah. And you know what? Like when we went on our trip to California a couple years ago, I've talked about it before on the podcast. I think we did the Redwood Forest because
Right.
I was there as a kid.
Yeah.
We hardly saw anyone face to face.
Oh, there's nobody on the coast.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You drive the coast down, you're like
yeah,
the
we
only
went
one-
to some restaurants.
Yeah.
We were off season, so we were like the only ones there half the time.
Yeah.
The gift shops were not full.
Yeah.
There were,
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
were in a car.
yeah, exactly.
Okay,
That's
I got
what
my
mean.
little van. Okay,
Yeah,
I got
even better. So we had to stay in hotels.
Yeah.
You could stay in the Westie.
Yeah.
And literally
and grocery store.
Yeah.
See nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You could do all your shopping.
Yeah.
All your and you would almost be like you were isolated, like a little traveling
Yeah.
island.
I'd only
right?
have to see a couple of mechanics and a couple of restaurant or grocery stores.
Yeah. Couple of mechanics
Couple
for
of
sure. But
mechanics.
it's not like you got to go and live with the guys,
No.
right? And if you had to, I guess you could wear a mask, even though I tell people they probably don't work and they get revved right
Oh,
up,
don't
right?
start.
Well, I don't know if they do.
I
I wear
don't
it all the time.
Well, you
I-
know what?
I wear my,
Okay.
I've worn my mask when I've shopped in retail since
Probably March or April.
Yeah, March or April of
Right.
last year because
Right.
I was doing some rentals on the house and I was going to Home Depot and I had my mask on. Everyone had their masks on. I've worn my mask when I've gone into every retail store as a consumer
Yeah.
for a year now.
Okay.
So I'm
So
one of the ones that's
I've
on
gone
board.
down this road as well. Do they work? Is it just the optics, which I'm not really into? I don't really care about optics. I want facts and if it works
Well,
or
even
not.
if they don't work, I'm
But-
of the mindset if they do work, I'm going to wear it just to reduce the risk.
I remember seeing Lex Freeman on a podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, right when the mask was just coming out,
Yeah.
and he said the mask is just to protect you. Your mask is to protect me.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that
Yeah.
because I'm not spitting in your face.
Yeah.
But do I think that my little cloth mask is protecting me from things? No, it's not.
yeah.
It's just protecting.
Well, because Corona's not
protecting everybody
it's not
else from me
It's
spitting
not
in you.
airborne, but if a piece of spit flies out of my mouth and goes into your mouth, you're
Right.
gonna get it.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna just fly around the air.
No, and they've
I don't
said
think,
that this
right?
virus is very, very small. It can go through masks, but usually
It's in a big piece of spit.
in a vehicle, which is
Yeah,
a piece of
yeah,
saliva.
yeah.
So yeah, wear your mask.
Yeah, and I've
Collect
said
your own spit.
I've got those pieces of glass in front of my
Right.
count. They're just covered before the masks.
unreal, hey?
Covered now, nothing. Right. So there you go, right there.
Right there.
There's proof, evidence that pre-masks there was like saliva splat all over. Literally looked like someone opened a can of pop.
Oh,
and
that's sick.
Right?
Yeah.
Not huge ones, but all those little ones,
Little droplets.
everywhere. But now I haven't had to wipe it in months. Of
course
because
not.
everyone's been wearing masks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
I know. So
So there you go.
there's something.
So that works,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So there is something.
Okay.
Anyway, so so there's some funny things on the internet. I gotta stop. I gotta stop.
What are you TikToking?
Yeah, I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. I watch the YouTube guys. I
Yeah.
watch. So I try and balance my myself out. So I watch Jimmy Dore for a lefty,
Yeah.
right? I watch Tim Pool, who's more middle.
Yep.
Right? And then I watch a couple of guys every now and then that are right. Like I'll watch Tucker Carlson sometimes.
Sure.
But he's a bit much sometimes. Sometimes he can be pretty funny though.
He's funny.
He's pretty funny. Sometimes I'll watch Steven Crowder. He's
Okay.
a bit much for me though.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's like really out there.
Right.
And I don't really like Steven Crowder that much, but a little bit. And I don't like Ben Shapiro. Like I'll watch him sometimes just to see what he has to say, but he's a bit crazy for me too. So
He is.
I'm kind of more
He's a bit of an extremist.
Yeah, I'm
he
more
has
like
some
a
good
Tim,
points though.
Yeah, he has
but
some good
he's,
points, but he's a bit too much.
Bit much.
Bit too much for
Yeah.
me. Yeah. So I'm more like a Tim Pool and Jimmy Dore.
Right.
Right. I like those guys. They're more center and left of center. That's kind of That's kind
which
of
is
me.
kind of funny though, because people do think of them as these right-wing fanatical.
Well,
they
Jimmy
get
Dore is
portrayed-
not.
They get portrayed as that.
Well, Tim Pool does.
but they're not.
Jimmy Dore
They're
is
very liberal,
very progressive.
very, very progressive.
Yeah.
Way more progressive than any Democrat is.
For the
yeah.
yeah.
Because he's going towards the socialist side. He wants to see social programming for everybody. He wants healthcare for all. He wants increased minimum wage, housing for homeless.
Yeah.
But he comes across as a psychopath because he
doesn't
yelling
like
and
what the
screaming.
administration's doing.
No,
right now.
he doesn't like the sellout to Wall Street and other factors. So he gets brushed with a stroke that's really negative.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting, actually.
It is. It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a.o.c.
Yeah.
Do you know a.o.c?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is American politics. We're in Canada, but American politics
Yeah, why do we care?
dominates my life. I don't know. It's so entertaining. So the one thing
It
I want
is.
to say about a.o.c. was pretty hilarious. You remember on the insurrection?
Yeah.
I'm putting air quotes up because it wasn't an insurrection. It wasn't armed. They didn't, it was ridiculous. A lot of lies out of that insurrection. The police officers that got killed.
Yes.
Do you know he didn't get killed?
Oh, I did not know that.
No.
Is this conspiracy theory?
No, it's not. His brother actually released a statement saying that he died of a stroke or heart attack.
During that incident?
Yeah, he didn't get bludgeoned to death with a fire extinguisher.
Oh, wow.
Didn't happen.
Okay.
It was all lies.
So the brother came out, released a statement.
I think it was the brother. Statements
is
out.
CNN talking about this?
No, of course not.
MSNBC?
No, fuck no.
Fox would have released this.
Fox would have talked about it for sure, but I don't think I saw it on Fox. I saw it on Tim Pool.
Wow.
Independent media is talking about it, but the big media is not. So he did not die by being assaulted.
Okay.
So that was a big thing,
So
right?
he was just there and he
was
had
there.
a jammer.
He might have gotten hit. He didn't get beat to death. He went to the hospital, maybe, and then after the assault, he texted his brother saying, "I'm fine,"
Okay.
and then died
So
of like a jammer or a stroke or something. Because there was 5 people that died during that whole thing,
so
right?
did the doctors come out and say that it was unrelated to the injuries he
I didn't hear that.
Okay.
I did not hear that.
Interesting.
But
Okay. I'm following you so far
the
here.
evidence is showing that
It's just
he did die on that day, but it
Yes.
wasn't because of So the only person that did die, as far as I know, was the lady that got shot.
Yes.
One of the insurrectionists.
She was a protester.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. So that's interesting.
That is.
So do you know what a.o.c. did a big huge she released something on maybe Twitter or on YouTube about I'm gonna get fucking banned. This is definitely getting banned, but
Nobody's listening.
I know. About how she feared for her life during the insurrection.
Yes.
Did you hear she wasn't even at the Capitol?
I heard that.
She was like 3 blocks away at another building.
That's amazing.
And she went on and on and on about how
Her safety.
she felt threatened.
Yeah.
She was scared. They were pounding on the wall. She talked like as if she was there. Wasn't there.
Wasn't there.
What is that? Bullshit. Just say the truth.
Yeah.
Just say the truth. If you were there, you were scared. I can go with that. You weren't even there.
Maybe she wishes she was there.
Oh, she does wish she was there.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah.
wishes she was there so that she could use this as
A
her
victim.
soapbox and stand on it and preach to everyone and try and cancel everyone that apparently supported the insurrection.
So is that being shown on mainstream media?
Oh, Jimmy Dore talked about it.
Yeah. Which
And Tim Pool talked about it.
Jimmy Dore is bigger than mainstream media now.
Yeah. So what is mainstream media?
What is that? What's the
what is the definition of mainstream
It's
media?
funny, a lot of people.
Joe Rogan's bigger than mainstream media.
Oh, much bigger.
Tim Pool,
Yeah.
Jimmy Dore. I think even definitely, you know who is really big is Tucker. His segment is huge.
Yes. He's I think he's the biggest mainstream media
I think
host.
segment or something.
Right?
Yeah, something. He's really big. Yeah, pretty hilarious though. I thought that was really funny.
So I've never watched Fox News in my life.
No, me neither. I've seen
Okay.
a little bit of it on YouTube, but I've
And
never We don't.
So
we don't
recently
have
I turned
cable.
it on, and it is ridiculous. It
It's
seems
dumb.
like it's not all this like it's like Disneyland on you're watching it, right? But I've watched Tucker's show a few times, What's his story? He just seems like a normal guy.
Yeah, he doesn't seem that bad.
He doesn't seem right-winged or left-wing. I would almost say he's more left-leaning than he is right-leaning
On some
on
topics.
certain topics.
Yeah.
And
I guess what would make him a right winger in the U.S. would be he's pro First and Second Amendment, so free
Okay.
speech and guns, right? I think First Amendment is free speech.
maybe abortion.
And he's probably pro-life.
pro-life, yeah.
So, but those three things define him as a right-wing Nazi conservative?
right.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no,
I don't think so. He's called Trump out before on
Oh,
bullshit.
lots.
Yeah.
Lots.
So,
Yeah. Yeah,
You know?
I didn't really get it. I was like,
even
oh,
Ben Shapiro called Trump out on his bullshit.
sure.
And Shapiro's a real right-winger. He did not.
Yeah.
Did he vote for Donald Trump?
He said he didn't in one of the elections.
The first I don't think he didn't want Trump in at all,
No.
Ben Shapiro.
No.
Because he didn't like his morality.
Right.
So, fair enough.
Yeah.
But he would vote him in he said he would vote for him in the second election.
I think he did.
Because the morality has already been basically deteriorated, and I might as well have a guy in there that's going to at least nominate conservative Supreme Court justices and whatnot, right?
right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So I was watching Tucker, and I've seen this clip on TikTok too.
okay.
Did you see Nancy Pelosi, who, by the way, is a criminal and should go to jail before Trump? She's the reason people aren't getting money.
I've never liked her.
Just so you know, Google it.
Oh, I know.
She's the reason the money ain't coming. Because Trump's out of power now, right? Why isn't the money coming?
Because they spent it blowing up the Middle East.
Yes, they have been dropping bombs on the Middle East.
Yeah, they have
They got that done quick.
Yeah,
They
did.
got that done real quick.
Yeah.
Let's drop some bombs on brown people because who the fuck cares? You know?
Yeah.
But like our own citizens should just starve to death
Right.
because it's fucking bad
It
in the
is,
US.
it is really bad.
Now, on the other hand, Canada, I don't know how we're ever going to pay for this shit. But
I have an idea.
tell us.
So I believe
Because there's been rumblings.
I believe that they have been wanting to take away the capital gains exemption from your primary residence for quite some time. And I believe that they spent like crazy, and they will come out in the next 12 months and say that this is the only way to get us out of this hole, is to take that exemption away. And I believe that that will be one of the biggest tax cash cows ever. And that's my own. And I actually haven't heard a
That's
lot
your
of
own prediction.
It's my own prediction.
I've heard this before from someone
But
else, though, and I
I've
don't
been
remember.
starting to hear it more and more.
Right.
And are we all just thinking the same thing? Or but like how else? Where else does the money come from? We can't tap
Oil.
into oil. Americans just shut off the pipeline.
We're still
Okay.
shipping oil, though.
We
shut off the pipeline, but they're still putting it on trains.
Oh, I get that.
Because I think
'Cause you
I
got some
think-
stocks
I
and
think
trains
I
or
think so.
something.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they got to pay some people back.
But we're not organized enough for oil because we don't even have a pipeline that goes across our own country
Yeah.
to service the East Coast. So could that be enough? No, I don't think so.
Right.
Because we've had oil forever.
Yeah. I guess
We don't have new oil, do we?
We got lots of it.
We have lots of it, but we don't have new oil that we can bring to market quickly enough to pay for these taxes or this
expense.
debt.
Yeah.
So how else do we do it?
Inflation.
Inflation is happening.
Is it?
Well,
it is.
Housing prices, building materials, like we spoke about.
Food.
Food has gone up dramatically.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I don't know
can't-
about
every
price
ti-
of cars. We'll have to talk to our buddy Matt and see if price of cars have gone up, but I would suspect they're going to go up.
The price of older cars has gone up a lot.
Older cars have, yeah.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Nancy Pelosi, apparently, of the bill, like they got this bill they're trying to pass, only 7 or 9% of it is COVID relief. The rest, the problem with the bill is the rest of it is payoffs and tax breaks or whatever to
Right.
corporate interests that have been funneling money into the
Isn't that
Democratic
sad,
Party.
hey?
Fuck
Because
it.
they love to hide those types of scenarios in these
they
bills.
piggyback shit
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
You'll have a bill come out to helping, you know, whatever, tax relief or something, and they'll piggyback, you know.
And I remember hearing her in that one snippet where, you know, she's basically calling out Trump, and he ain't gonna get a check with his name on it going
Yeah,
out again. It was
yeah.
it was unbelievably brutal.
Yeah, because Trump wanted the $2,000.
And that was that was on CNN that interview came out with that Wolf Blitzen, and Wolf was really emotional about the food lineups and the people sleeping in tents right outside of his house and in front of the studio, and he's a pretty well-mannered guy, and he asked her when they come out, and she just didn't care.
Can you believe she said that?
I actually could not.
Yeah, she said that. Yeah,
'Cause
she won't get it while Trump's the president. No relief.
No relief while Trump's the president. So okay, so that,
just to spite Trump.
to spite Trump. So now that's done.
That's dumb.
It's done though.
He's gone.
He's gone. So now what?
Yeah.
You
Why
know,
now? Why
not now?
Why did they change it from
So
2000?
she doesn't care. She doesn't care about anybody.
No, she doesn't.
Which
she
is
just cares about her
unbelievable.
estate at Martha's Vineyard
Yeah.
and her stock that her husband owns in Tesla that's doubled in value since
Doubled. It's gone up like
since Biden's got into
how many hundreds of percent or whatever it was.
well, since they bought it, I don't think it's been
Okay.
that much, but doubled. Yeah, pretty fucking rotten. Pretty rotten.
really rotten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, our politicians aren't any better up here, but
no, but I don't think it's as blatantly obvious
yeah.
here.
No, it seems like
Our systems
Trudeau seems to
systems
hide
are
it.
different, I
Yeah,
believe.
we have a better system.
We do.
We'd have a better system.
Yeah.
The British,
Yeah.
whatever, I forget what they call it now.
Yeah, don't start quizzing me on this stuff.
Parliamentary system, I think it's called, is a better system. So, the reason I brought up
Pelosi.
Pelosi is
Yeah.
there was a little clip I've seen on TikTok and on Tucker.
Okay.
She goes, and she's talking. I don't know what the hell it's from though. It's pretty funny. I haven't really researched it. I don't know if it's taken out of context, but what context could there be? So she says, "My grandchildren and I," and she's fucking hilarious. She looks hilarious. She's like
yeah.
a little granny,
80 year
right?
old
Little
or 80 pound.
80-pound little
Little.
skinny thing, kind of. Yeah. She goes, "My grandchildren and I, we don't say open sesame anymore." Like, who says open sesame and for what reason? We say open Biden. The fuck is that?
What does that mean?
I don't know. We say open Biden, and she's giggling to herself. It's like, what the fuck does that mean? Open Biden.
That's bizarre.
If you don't believe me,
I gotta Google
Google it.
I'm going to
I'm gonna maybe put the little thing in here.
put a link below.
Yeah.
Links below. That's nuts.
Open Biden. What the hell does that even mean?
I don't even know.
Now, is it open sesame? Like
Open
you're
sesame,
opening the
that's
door?
also-
Open Biden? You're gonna
That's
open
a magic trick, right? When you open sesame.
Open sesame is like from the genie guy flying
Right.
on the carpet. And
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell that has to do with anything. It just seems bizarre.
That is weird.
And if you say that with your grandkids, that's nice, right?
Yeah.
My grandkids, like my in-laws, my kids used to call them Amma and Ampa because they couldn't say grandma and grandpa.
peepa and
My
peepa.
Who cares? You're
My pee-pee and
you're a
poopy.
politician. You're in an interview. What are we talking about here?
Yeah.
I was
That
just
is
like,
bizarre.
what the fuck is going on over in Washington right now?
Yeah, a lot of
They
craziness.
should put a fence around that whole goddamn state, not just against around the Capitol building.
Yeah. So they're also reneging on their $15 minimum wage.
Yeah.
Which is a bit of an interesting one
You
for
know
me.
what? I've got some mixed feelings about that.
Okay, I think we all do. But again, it was promised.
Yeah.
And they're reneging on it.
Yeah.
So why did they promise? Because the people obviously need it. I think the stats are about 70 to 80% in there, or 85%.
They're going to kill small business in
want
America and
that.
Canada.
But yeah, it is a tough situation.
So-
Being a small business owner, you could probably touch on
Okay,
this
so
way more than I could.
this is my thinking on the minimum wage. The minimum wage does not need to go up anymore. What needs to change is
But theirs is at like $7.
yes.
Okay,
but
ours-
you
ours
can't-
is already
okay,
higher.
Okay. You can't say when it comes to minimum wage, you can't say, "Oh, they get paid $2 an hour in Cuba or
It's
50 or 20.
relative.
It's relative to your expenses. I don't know where they're getting paid $7 an hour, what the cost of housing, rent, gas, food is. So it's hard to say $7, $15, this dollars.
And
right?
there shouldn't be these countries, Canada and U.S., are massive.
Yeah,
You
it's
can't
hard to have a
you can't-
national
you can't
minimum
have a
wage.
federal. It's very, very
Yeah.
difficult.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously, the living expenses in Victoria, Vancouver, Montreal, or not Montreal, but Toronto are going to be a lot different than a small town way up north.
Wherever.
Right? It's going to be a lot
Everywhere
cheaper
else,
to
almost, right?
almost everywhere else.
You can almost put 5 major metropolises in Canada where it's expensive and the rest is not.
Yeah,
maybe
maybe
10.
7,
Yeah,
8,
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
So-
So it's really hard to say a single minimum wage for everybody. I think a better way would be to zones,
Sure.
minimum wage zones. But this is the thing that's always pissed me off about the government and the way they handle minimum wages. Every time a government raises the minimum wage, they are essentially giving themselves a raise.
Okay.
They're giving the government a raise.
In taxes?
Taxes,
Yeah.
CPP,
Yeah.
and EI.
Okay.
So those all go up.
Sure.
So I'm
Because they're
thinking,
percentages.
right, everyone pays EI.
Yeah.
Regardless, even if you make $100, you pay EI.
Yeah.
Okay. CPP doesn't kick in until you've made over whatever number. I don't know.
Yeah.
30 something hundred, I think. I think. Don't quote me on that one. I'm not 100% sure.
But
And-
aren't those two pools meant to give back to the people who have retired or need the
Yes.
insurance?
Sure.
Does the government actually profit from those two pools?
No.
Okay.
No, they don't. But the money, well, CPP goes into the general, I think it goes into general revenues.
Okay.
But the one thing that does go up and the government profits from is income tax.
Correct.
So now, if you're making $15 an hour in Canada, you're making about $30,000 a year, I think. What's 15 times 2,000 hours
Yeah.
in a working year?
30,000.
It's about 30,000, right? Okay. You're paying taxes.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Your poverty.
Right.
Yeah.
So my thinking is, if the government actually wanted to do something good and not put the burden on the back of small businesses, the next time they look at the poverty line and they look at how much people need to live and they go, oh, they need a raise, reduce the taxes, change the tax structure, make the
Yeah.
personal exemption,
Yeah, personal exemption.
25, 30, 35,000, 40,000.
Sure.
And then just spread the taxes out differently so that the overall tax pool is the same amount. Like, so they're still, the government is making the same amount of money.
So you're talking about taxing the rich.
Taxing the rich, but I am not interested in taxing the rich to the point where they're fucking poor.
Right.
I don't agree with that.
No.
But at the same time, though, if they tax, I'm not talking about the rich. I'm talking you. Now you make over 50 grand, you're going to pay a little more in tax.
Sure.
A little bit more.
Yeah, yeah.
And everyone pays a little more, and it's going to take care of that bottom.
no, I get it.
You know? And then be fiscally responsible with the money and don't blow it on bullshit and don't give it away to fucking countries that don't need it. That's another story.
Yeah.
Instead, that they do is they put that burden on small companies.
Yeah.
Right? Every time they raise the minimum wage, they put the burden on small companies.
Yeah.
Do you know who supports a raising of the minimum wage in the United States?
I've heard this, and Walmart
And Amazon.
and Amazon.
And guess why? They can afford to pay $20 fucking dollars.
Yeah, because it benefits them.
Right.
That's why
because it's
that's why
going
they
to crush
support it.
the small companies that take those little pieces.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, they're killing small business. So don't raise the minimum wage. Change the tax structure so that the people making minimum or close to it don't pay as much. Maybe even give them a little bit back somehow.
Yeah, that's easy to do.
You know, like a GST rebate.
Yeah.
Like make that GST rebate actually real.
Yeah.
I mean, God knows we pay enough taxes in this country.
Yeah.
And in the U.S. pays nothing compared to us.
That's not totally true.
Bullshit.
No, it's not.
California, I think, pays as much as we do in Canada. But
Yeah, no, they do. But there are certain states that have very low tax brackets. Okay, but there are some that are extremely high.
Yes, some.
Okay, because
Well, Texas isn't high.
Texas is not high, but California's
California's high.
I
New
think
York's high.
Washington's really low for some reason.
Washington State?
Yeah, Washington State.
Yeah, their income tax was kind of low, I think.
Yeah, but I remember speaking to a man on a trip from Chicago, and he was telling me his property taxes are through the roof,
Property taxes are expensive in the U.S.
and then his
They are.
income taxes were really high, higher than what ours are. I could not believe this guy was really complaining, and he was quite wealthy, or he had some businesses and made a lot of money, and he was explaining some of the tax structures. I could not believe what he was paying in a year.
Really?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
staggering.
Okay.
Way higher than BC.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
but don't quote me on any of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's just forget about the U.S.
Okay, 'cause we don't know.
Let's just say in Canada, we pay enough taxes.
Yeah.
We all pay lots of tax. Give the people that are low income earners a little bit of a break on that.
Right.
Give them a bit of a break. I don't need to get a GST check,
Nope.
but someone making $15 an hour should, and it should be a decent amount,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
It could be worked out. It could be a lot better than continually fucking pounding small businesses into the ground.
Yeah.
Let's
Personally,
say if I
think-
pay less to my
yeah.
staff, whatever, or I don't have to pay so much to the staff, there's going to be more profit left over, right?
Yeah.
Well, they're going to fucking tax that anyway. It's not
Right.
like I get that money for free.
Right.
They always seem to
Yeah.
fuck small business.
Yeah, the GST is
It's a piece of shit.
because you said the GST and you were talking about the GST rebate, and I have to remit GST and I get GST income credits.
Yes.
So I do the math, and it's a lot of labor
It is a lot.
for a lot of
It's
messing
lot.
around.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous.
They
The
could've
administration on that tax is so high, and then you get audited, and then you got to go through that crap.
They should have.
And they got auditors, and they got a GST
Yeah.
department. They got people collecting the money and then paying it back to people.
They should chop the GST.
Get rid
You
of
know
it.
what they should do? Say the GST is 5. Well, it is 5%.
yeah,
Make it 3%.
and just
No
whatever.
credits. That's
No.
it.
Yeah,
Just you're done.
They just
you
take it.
You just that's it. And
Yeah.
there's no in and out,
No
flow
department.
through, no this, no that.
Yeah.
It's 3%. You pay it. You collect it. You pay it. There's none of this bullshit paperwork.
Oh, it's
It'll
ridiculous.
be way better.
So much better.
Yeah, because it's crazy the way it is right now.
It's too much. It's too much work.
And there should be nothing exempt. Just make it straight across everything.
Right.
You know, do the math, because some things are taxed, some things aren't taxed, and this and that.
And legitimately, there's
it's
people
too
who are falling
confusing
into
for-
these traps where they think they're doing it accurately and they're not,
and then they get audited,
and then they're
fucked.
screwed.
Yeah, no,
So
they made
it's
it way too complicated.
very
Yeah.
complicated. And even when we deal with GST, changing of use of properties, or now you pay it and then you
God.
change the use back
got
from.
tangled up
and
in
this
that
is these
shit, yeah.
little shops or little properties that are work live.
Oh, that's a
Depending on what you're using it
No,
for,
that's a
they're
problem.
taxed.
Yeah.
Airbnbs. Now you go to sell it, and I want to live in it. Now I might have to pay the GST on this because it's
like a new. It's like new.
It's like new, and
Yeah.
that same property is getting taxed over and over again. It's very complicated. Get rid of it. That's
Yeah.
why. But
Yeah.
they won't.
Get rid of it or just simplify it.
Simplify it.
Yeah.
Simplify
They need
it.
the money, so they
Yeah.
can't get rid
Okay,
of it.
not
but
get rid of it. Simplify.
it. Drop it down.
Yeah.
Straight tax.
Because
That's
people
it.
are getting caught,
Oh yeah.
and then
Yeah.
those people are really hurting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, he's banned.
What? No, well, they didn't.
Canceled.
They didn't.
Canceled.
Not
That's the
quite.
right word, right? They're
No,
when you cancel something.
they didn't cancel him.
They didn't cancel.
He's not canceled. So it's their own. It's their own company doing it. The trust that handles. I think it's a trust. I'm not 100% sure, but whoever handles the Dr. Seuss books has banned a few of their books.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, so that's what's happening.
So I know that there's a reading day in North America.
Okay.
Okay, and it's a day that's a tribute to Dr. Seuss for children's literacy. And the president usually makes a statement to about Dr. Seuss and children's literacy. Biden didn't do it this year.
Oh Jesus.
He canceled it.
Jesus.
Yeah. That's weird.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I didn't research the books that they canceled. So what they did is they didn't ban the books.
No.
Okay? They didn't burn the books because burning books is not a good idea.
Never.
They use like the N-word in like Huck Finn and stuff. So
Sure.
are we going to start burning all this literature?
No.
It was a sign of the times. Was it right? No, it was wrong.
Right.
But we can't erase our history,
No.
or we're surely going to repeat it.
Correct.
We don't want to do that. We don't
No.
want to go back there.
No, we don't.
So I heard that they had Chinese people in one of his books eating rice with chopsticks.
My Chinese friend eats rice with chopstick.
Yeah, no shit. I eat rice with chopsticks.
Yeah.
Like, so would you be offended as an Italian person of Italian descent?
Right.
Would you be offended if they showed Italians eating pasta with like spaghetti or pizza?
No. It's because I made pasta for my kids
Now,
tonight.
you might be offended if they said that all Italians were like mobsters or gangsters.
Yeah, because it's not true.
Because it's not true.
Right.
But do you know any Italians that don't eat pasta? Everyone eats pasta.
Yeah. It's
Right?
delicious.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Totally ridiculous.
So I don't really know why they did it. So they didn't ban the books. They're just not publishing them anymore. They're not printing them anymore. And if you read a lot of Dr. Seuss books, a lot of them are specifically anti-racist.
Yeah.
They're actually got good messages in them to try and show kids to accept people for who they are.
I'm trying to think of the book. It's
the one with the stars.
that's
They
the
had
one.
the stars on their bellies.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
had stars, some didn't have stars, and then
but
the
they
ones,
look like fat.
yeah, they were like whatever. Yeah, all his Pfeffer Pfeiffer Pfeffs, like they all had these weird bodies and stuff.
Right.
And then they gave the ones without the stars and this and that, and then they were all like,
Friends.
I don't know the whole story, but yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're gonna take that guy and vilify him.
That's ridiculous.
I kind of like. I was like,
Disagree.
yeah. I was like,
Yeah,
I
it's too
think.
much.
I think.
So what? So it's a racial movement that we're talking about. Is that the actual point of this? Who's pushing back on this?
I think it's the neo, like ultra far left, woke. I guess
Right.
they call them. People that think everything is social justice warriors.
Right.
Is that who it is? Is
I
that the
guess.
people tearing down the statues and shit?
So it's like Lisa Helps and her friends.
I'm gonna don't even get me started on that.
Yeah.
If I knew that was happening, they'd make a protester out of me.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
No.
crazy.
Can't you?
Yeah.
I'm worried that they're gonna take down that the fallen soldier statue at the ledge. If they touch that,
Yeah.
someone's gonna get fucking protested against.
Yeah. Yeah.
It ain't- it
Yeah.
ain't-
Victoria's gone for a bit of a.
So that was actually my next point on this.
Is
Because-
Victoria?
if we're done with Dr. Seuss,
We're done with Dr. Seuss.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 murders.
2 murders, 2 days. Well, no murders. Okay, so it was a murder on Kangaroo Road.
Yeah, that
out
was
in
different
Sioux.
though, right?
That was targeted.
That was 3.
Don't
That's
ha-
the 3rd murder.
That's but the others weren't murders. I don't believe.
Well, one guy burned to death in his tent, right?
In his camper
In
van.
his camper van.
He'd been living in Beacon Hill Park for over a year, apparently. They've identified him. Male. 60s maybe, or 50s or 60s, something like this. And he burnt to death in his camper van. Some kind of camper fire. So I don't know if
Do
he
they
was burning.
know any more details on that?
Maybe he was burning a candle. Maybe he had a heater on. It caught fire. He couldn't get out. He burned to death.
Jesus.
Absolutely terrible. He was known by some of the other campers in the park. They had said that they think he'd have been there about a year.
Okay.
I don't know any other details on that.
All right.
The lady, they have not
A lady what?
died.
How?
They haven't released how.
Okay.
So she's been
So
living
not 2 murders then, 2 deaths.
in 2 deaths,
Okay.
not murders. So but the murder was the one on.
That's a third. That's a separate incident, though.
Separate incident. So
That's nothing to do with the homeless encampment.
No, the lady went out of the park into probably downtown somewhere, was coming back to the park, and died on the road leading into the Beacon Hill Park, on the sidewalk entering the park. That's where they found her body. So they don't know. They haven't released any details of that yet.
Well,
And-
apparently the police union is worried
Right.
about the escalation in violence in our city.
They should be. So 2 bylaw officers were going through the park about a week ago. They were chased by a
Homeless
violent
people. Yeah.
camper
Yeah.
with a shovel,
Yeah.
where they had to run to their vehicle and lock themselves in the car and dial 911.
Mm-hmm.
That's just
So now, anytime a city employee goes into the park, they need a police escort.
yeah.
Yeah, ban the police.
An elderly lady was walking her dog through Beacon Hill Park,
Mhm.
and she was threatened to death, like death
Yeah.
threats.
So now the
not welcome. You're not welcome in the park.
the city and council who basically think that all cops are bad.
And have approved 24-hour camping.
Well, yeah, that comes to the end, stops at the end of the month.
I know.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we don't know what we're gonna do with all these people.
No, we don't.
It's a lot.
There's a lot.
Maybe some of them will just go back home
Yeah.
where they're from. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them are not.
Well, they were
citizens,
in
not
denial
resident.
about where these people were from for a
They're
long
not
time.
from here.
They're not
Well,
from
some
here.
of them are.
Yeah, of course they are.
I'm sure some of them are homeless because of this fucking COVID bullshit, and they lost their jobs and everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shouldn't be in Canada though, because they've been paying people,
It's true.
right?
Yeah.
So if you're a husband and wife, you both lost your job, you shouldn't lose your house. You shouldn't. I don't think.
So I haven't experienced that yet on the housing side.
Yeah.
I haven't seen those types of foreclosures, and
Right.
foreclosures take a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like you lose your job and you're out.
No, the bank would be
It
6 months at
takes
least.
6 months, and then they need to file and court proceedings, and And I believe there was some grace period even built in there. So we won't see the fallout of that for probably another 6 months, I would say.
If at all.
If at all.
Because we've got a lot of the CERB payments and stuff.
Right. But there's qualifications on CERB.
Okay.
You need to be working
Before.
a portion before.
Yeah,
so
yeah. So there could
I
be
guess
some
could
people
be some loopholes.
falling through the cracks. Yeah.
Because I have heard of some loopholes with Victoria-based businesses who had done well. They were successful. They had grown their business to a certain point of employee count where they didn't fall under the small business category anymore,
Oh, right.
and there's no relief for them.
Oh.
And they're closed because they're tourist-based businesses, and there's no tourists here.
Right.
Their operations are closed. These are multi-generational Victoria families who are on the brink of losing a lot of.
Losing it all.
It's unbelievably terrible.
Yeah.
That's not right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
So anyway, yeah. So yeah, the council, a few of them, don't like the police at all.
Yeah, they
It's really weird.
they're using this defund the police model, which really is an American system and based. And I somewhat understand it there.
Apparently,
Apparently,
our police are racist towards people of color.
oh, okay.
I don't believe it personally.
I
Half
don't
of
know.
our police are people of color,
Right. Yeah.
right? Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. I don't have any stats
Yeah.
on that, but I don't know. You might know better because you have
A lot of
connections,
customers.
a lot of customers, and a lot of cops. And
Yeah, and when the police respond to me, when I get my window smashed out,
right by homeless people.
by homeless people, actually, just last month, $800
Yeah.
damage.
Right.
My deductible is $1,000, so
Yeah.
I'll just take that out of my back pocket and pay that bill.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah.
It's hard. For
That
me
was
to,
the person who stole the harbor ferry.
Yeah.
And then went up Pandora and smashed out
Well, he smashed windows all over the place.
20 windows.
Oh, he fucking
20 businesses?
knocked windows out of Swans like crazy.
That's
Thank
crazy.
goodness for the caretaker of Swans. Ran down, chased him away before he finished off my store because he smashed my front doors.
Wow.
All 4 windows out of that. So each window's 2 pieces of glass. There's a regular piece and then a piece of opaque glass because you can't look into my cigar store
Right.
because, it's tobacco.
And that's
then
bad.
plus my logoing on the glass, which was $300, $500 for the glass, $500 and something for the glass, $300 for the logos, another $20 for a sheet of plywood, and a day's work.
Right.
So
And that's your labor to make that an
My
$800 bill, or else it's
yeah,
probably
probably
$2,000 deductible.
yeah,
exactly.
yeah. So it's hard for me to give a shit when they start doing that.
Right.
It's hard. It's hard. I try to, but it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I care about homeless people.
Oh, I don't
want anybody to be
want
homeless.
No, me neither.
There should be systems in place and places for them to go safely. If you're in need,
Yeah.
but you can't cause chaos.
No.
We can't allow you to sleep in tents. So
You can't go into the park.
my question, and I've actually asked a few people this, and I haven't got any good answers back yet. They set up a tent city behind the courthouse 3-4 years ago.
Yes.
Okay, they made it
It was a shanty town, basically.
Yeah, small.
They didn't set it up. They didn't take it down. So they didn't let them.
It was kind of a loophole.
Yeah, they didn't really. It's not that they allowed them to. They just didn't stop them.
Right.
I guess it was a kind of
Right.
like it was half-assed.
And it lasted probably a year.
Yeah, and they stole a lot from
Yes,
the
they
community
did.
around them.
Right. And then they disband the tent city.
Yeah,
And I believe the remediation of that
was over $1 million.
$1 million for a very small part.
Yes.
Like half a city block
Yes.
small.
Yes.
By whatever to the building.
Very small.
So,
What's remediation going to cost?
well,
at the
how
park?
do you
remediate a park?
Beacon Hill Park?
You
Yeah.
literally have to send city crews in wherever they were camping in the wintertime with rakes and hose and churn up the soil and rake it out and make sure there aren't any needles or sharps or any condoms or sanitary napkins.
It's impossible.
We're
talking about an
area.
established park.
Yep, with established undergrowth. They're going to have a
Ecologically
ton of
sensitive
work.
areas.
Yeah.
We got oak growths and
They got to go in. They got
camas
to go in and
areas
clean it up.
Landscaped.
Yeah, I know.
How do you do that? Backhoe it?
Nope. It's got to be done by hand.
But how do you get deep enough to take care of?
No,
the
you don't have
issues?
to go that deep.
But I thought they were worried about needles and whatnot. They had to go down a certain depth with behind the courthouse. Wasn't that part of the cost?
I don't know.
They trucked all that soil out and they brought in and they built.
I don't know how deep they had to go, but if they have to go, say 12 inches, let's just say
Park's
I don't know.
ruined.
The park's ruined. Yeah, all the undergrowth is damaged.
How
all
old's
the
Beacon
camel
Park? I'd have to
bulbs.
look it up, but it's got to be
How big?
how old?
Oh, it was willed to the city like well over 100 years ago.
Well over 100 years
Yeah.
ago. So it's 100-year-old established,
yeah.
landscape and trees and shrubbery and, even, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's gonna be a big mess.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
My thinking was they should have given them a parkade.
Sure.
That's what I was thinking.
It's concrete.
It's concrete.
Wash it down with
you
the
can
water.
wash it down. There's a roof over their head. At least it won't rain.
Right.
They can set up their tents right in there. It would have been so much easier to deal with.
Yeah. It would have been
contained.
You could have had security.
You could have had washrooms. You could have had security. Everyone could have been safe.
So I would imagine people who are seriously struggling and need to be on the streets, they've got to be worried,
They got to be scared.
right?
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Yeah, I've heard that from a homeless guy.
You did, hey?
Yeah, Phil did actually.
Okay.
He heard it from a homeless guy. He doesn't stay in the city. He's homeless, but he's in like souk because
Oh
he says
my
it's fucking
God.
rough in the city. Had his boots stolen, like off his feet.
Oh man.
Like it's fucking rough out there, man. Yeah.
So what does a guy like that do then? Where does he get new boots?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he goes to somewhere and they help him get a pair. I really don't know.
Man, oh
If
man.
you're homeless, you need good shoes, man.
Of course you do.
Like really, you need a lot more than good shoes, but you're on
Yeah.
your feet a lot. You need good shoes.
Yeah.
They stole
Dry.
his shoes. Yeah, so they stole
Yeah.
his shoes, so he doesn't go to the city no more.
Yeah.
It's got to be rough, and I don't even know what the fuck's going on in there. I couldn't even imagine.
I'm a little bit surprised
Get them all vaccinated.
that there's not some
and
vigilantes.
put 'em- yeah, there could be.
There kind of was I remember hearing one, there was like an Escalade that was cruising around town and they were roughing up some people and stuff. But it was targeted and I don't know what they were up to.
I say we get the homeless people vaccinated as quickly as possible and put them into shelters, because this whole camping thing is no good.
No.
Get them off the street, get them out of the park, put them into shelters.
Yeah.
And there's the law says you can't camp out during the day.
Right.
They can't stop them from pitching a tent at night,
Fine.
but then they're out in the morning, 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Right?
And it gives them
It gives them incentive to get the hell out of there and
incentive to clean up.
Yeah.
Go.
Well, because when you start to let them camp all night and day after day after day, it turns into like a compound.
Yeah,
It starts to accumulate shit.
Yeah, they
right?
stolen goods.
Yeah.
Carrying around things.
Yeah.
and-
Grandfather Clock was in the park.
Oh my god.
Where the fuck did they get that from?
Yeah. Somebody's house.
Yeah, someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did you hear
terrible.
do you hear what they're doing at Clover Point?
Yeah, I did.
I am so fucking mad.
Yeah. I disagree strongly with that too.
They're-
We already
what-
have a lot
Do you know
of
how
park
much money
ar-
that's costing?
No, I don't know.
It's I forget what it was, hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Oh, I believe that.
Fucking house the homeless and leave the goddamn point alone. It's perfect the way it is. People are like, there's too much waterfront parking. You know what? If you go to any city, up and down the West Coast, there's lots of parking near the water. Guess why? Because that's where people want to go.
So our deceased aunt, okay, who had polio,
Yeah, we took her down there a few
couldn't walk
times.
From she was 5 years old.
Yeah.
Was in a wheelchair.
Yeah,
I used to stick her in my car.
yeah.
And whenever we went for a drive, I would take her to
Yes,
Clover Point.
me too.
And I would stop and she would look out at the ocean.
Yeah.
She loved it.
Yes.
Okay.
Just before she went into care,
Yeah.
I took her in the Beamer.
Yeah.
We went for a nice long drive in the Beamer all along the waterfront, down Clover Point. She fucking loved it.
Of course she did.
Right?
Yeah.
It's never
Because
gets
she was really young at heart. Mm-hmm. And loved that kind of stuff.
and had her mind. She just wasn't mobile.
Yeah. She wasn't mobile. And
So now they're taking that away from her, or people like her. She passed away now, but they're taking it away from anyone like her.
sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That ain't right.
No.
So now I think you're going to drive in and then drive out on the same. So there's no cruise, no loop.
Oh, the rendering I saw looked like it was just full park.
Oh, no. Parking on one side, I think.
Oh, is that what it was?
We have got so much green space down there. It's all green space. The
Well,
park goes forever.
There's a couple hundred feet from the road to the bluff where it drops off to the water. Then you have all the beach.
Yeah, and you got the big, huge green space in the middle of the road. What we've gone,
There's 50 people.
We played frisbee in there. It's that big,
and people are flying kites in that space.
everyone drives so slow down there. Like
put some speed bumps.
They already drive 5 kilometers an hour.
Put a few more
Nobody
speed bumps.
speeds
Put
down.
a speed bump every 5 feet. Who cares?
Do you know? Back in the day, when I worked for Speedline, we had a slalom in there.
Yeah, I heard that.
I was there.
You were
There. There was a car race, a slalom race in and around the point. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was like a little mini Monaco.
Well,
It was the
I've
real
often
deal.
dreamt of that. Having a Monaco-style Grand Prix through the streets of Victoria and on the waterfront.
It'd be world class.
It would be world class, but
Can you imagine having Formula One cars running down Government Street,
That
down in
would-
front of the Empress Hotel? That'd be like the hotels in Monaco.
yeah, it would be
It'd
too
be-
much fun though.
Oh, it'd be. Oh.
The fun factor would
be huge.
People's heads would actually pop right off their bodies, and that's just too much for Victoria to handle.
Yeah, we couldn't handle it. But
No.
Oh, can you imagine a race through the city of Victoria?
Yeah,
Down in front of the ledge.
yeah.
Maybe in front of government the Empress Hotel, and somehow figure it out and do a loop, a circuit.
Yeah. Wharf down.
Put grandstands on the beach, on the Empress, and in the legislature.
Be amazing.
Along the water, all the yachts would pull in.
Yeah,
It would be Monaco.
it would be. Yeah,
It would be unbelievable.
no, can't do it.
No.
We need
Cars
bike. We
pollute.
need bike lanes.
I know a couple of my friends hearing me say that would be like revved up about that. They would absolutely love it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you remember when you were go-kart racing and they did the Grand Prix.
Yeah, so we did a few of them. Shemanis hosted some Grand Prix. Port Alberni
Yeah.
hosted one through the downtown streets. They were fun. And then it turned into some kind of I'd have to ask some of the old guys from the club because I was pretty young
It was
back
political, right? Did it turn
then.
political?
It was political, insurance, and a few other things.
Yeah, but it
and
was
then-
awesome.
it was
The
some-
one through Chemanis was like a little mini Formula One race.
Yeah.
Because when people think go-karts, they think about like the ones that kids
not-
are
not
no,
these ones,
not
not
like
like
that. These are like
80cc shifter cars.
80cc shifters
or
and
100.
100cc.
I drove 100cc Yamaha series.
I mean, the things were like they were like little mini race cars. It's what all the F1 drivers drive in the off season to stay in shape.
yeah.
So it's quite the thing. And that Grand Prix in Chemanis was unbelievable.
Yeah.
It was so entertaining.
That was, I believe, the Shemanis one was David Sevelpak.
Dave Sevepak.
Yeah. Who's passed away now? Yeah. He's a kind of a Canadian
race car
legend.
He drove Can-Am, right?
Can-Am cars. Yeah.
Yeah, so
He was an interesting
he
guy.
was a real deal.
Yeah, he was.
He was a real deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame what they're doing to Clover Point. I just don't understand why we need to spend money on something that's working perfectly fine right now, when there's, 1,000 or 500 homeless people in Victoria that need housing.
Yeah,
I just don't.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So this is funny.
Give it to me.
So there's this thing that I've been seeing on TikTok. This guy, and I should know his name, but I'm sure if you Google him, you'll find him. He's created a new sexual preference. I am this sexual preference.
Okay.
okay,
Explain this to me. I'm not following.
So it's called super straight.
Super straight?
Super straight.
Okay.
It's your preference.
Yeah.
It's not anti anything. It's
Yeah.
just your preference.
That's what his
and
is.
your yep.
So he's super straight.
He's super straight. And what super straight means is, and they got a flag now. It's a black square and an orange square. That's your flag. I don't know why.
Okay.
Don't know why. He just created it. He just invented it.
Okay.
Okay. It's going viral. You will hear this soon somewhere else.
Okay.
Okay. It's
Okay,
going to come.
I'm ready
It's
for
going
it.
to come to mainstream media.
Yeah.
And all it is, it's nothing. It's
Yeah.
nothing other than you are attracted to people of the opposite sex that were born the opposite sex. That's it.
Okay.
So me as a man,
Yeah.
I'm attracted to women
Yeah.
that were born women and present women, and that's it.
Yeah.
A woman, a woman, a woman. That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Okay.
It's not anti-trans.
No.
It's not anti-gay.
So he wants to be part of the letters. He
No.
He doesn't want to be part of that?
No. The LGBTQ plus. They
Yeah.
got their own thing.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He wants his own thing.
He just wants his own thing.
Mhm.
But people are making fun of him now.
Why?
Like, because it's transphobic. It's
not.
homo. No, it's his preference. It's my preference.
Mine as well.
I said to my wife, I said, I don't want to be with some girl. I mean, I won't now because some girl and then go down and then you got like a twig and berry down there.
Right.
I'm not into it.
That's not your preference.
It's not my preference.
There are people who are into that.
Fine with me and good for them.
Sure.
But it's just not me, right?
Okay. It is funny.
It's pretty funny, right?
Yeah.
So the woke left are
Super straight?
super straight.
Okay, it's super straight.
It's
I keep thinking super freak.
super freaking. So it's a black square and an orange square, and that's their flag.
Yeah.
And people are saying it's because he's trans. We're transphobic. Now, if you say you're super straight, you're transphobic. Not fucking transphobic.
No.
If you're trans, I hope you're happy and good for you. I really don't give a fuck.
Right.
Like I think people think that everyone cares about everything. I don't.
No, I got shit to do.
I got.
I got 2 kids and a
Yeah,
wife
yeah,
and
yeah,
a
yeah.
job
I do-
and a house to take care of and
Yeah. So if you're trans, good for
hobbies.
you. You know.
I got a Westie to work on.
Yeah. I got trans customers.
Sure.
I don't care.
No.
I treat them like everyone else, just as well. I look past it.
Yeah. They're
I
people.
use their pronouns. That's it.
Okay.
But my preference would be to just date a woman that was born a woman.
Yeah.
That's just my preference.
Super straight.
Super straight.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are calling it, like you're a bigot, not bigots, but homophobes or transphobe, or it's not.
I gotta check them out.
It's your preference. It makes sense though, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're a man and your preference is men, you're gay. As a straight person, we shouldn't talk shit about you,
No.
right? If you're trans and you're a man trapped in a woman's body, and you transition,
Mm-hmm.
then we shouldn't talk shit about that, because that ain't right.
No.
So you shouldn't talk shit about a guy or a girl that's straight. It just ain't right.
No.
If you want to use logic, I mean, I don't know if my logic might be flawed.
No, I don't think so. I think you're onto something here. Or that guy is.
That guy is.
Yeah.
I'm just a follower on this one.
Sure.
But it's just like, it's just what you want to do. It's like, it's fine. I really don't see how it's a bad thing. But I think maybe people are using it as a bit of a joke. That could be the bad thing.
It's hilarious.
It's pretty fucking funny, right? Like, yeah, when I saw that, I was like,
My
what?
buddy.
I was like, I saw it first. I was like,
So-
what is that? And then I saw it again. I was like, what the? And then I started reading. I was like, oh, now this is funny.
Matt Sasaki, I'm not kidding you, 20 years ago.
I got to get him on the podcast.
20 years ago used to say, why don't I have my own parade? Right? The straight day parade. And he's just being goofy. But why doesn't he deserve a parade? Doesn't everybody deserve a parade? Parades are awesome.
Yeah. I love the gay parade.
I go to the gay
The
parade.
Pride
parade.
Yeah, it's great.
It's fun.
I've been there lots of years.
But why not a straight parade? Celebrate straight. Why not? Why is that a bad thing?
Yeah.
Why can't you celebrate whatever you are?
So are you pro White Appreciation Month?
Why not?
Well, like, why not? Been a lot of good
white
white
lives matter.
Well, oh fuck.
All, you can't say all lives
No,
matter.
you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't.
Yeah, but everybody matters.
Yeah.
Even the homeless people.
Yeah.
Oh, this is crazy. But that was funny to Matt. Straight day parade.
Straight day parade. Yeah, I mean, what the hell?
Why not?
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a mean bone in his body.
And he's Japanese, right?
Yeah. Well, half
Whatever.
Japanese.
Yeah.
Half Japanese, Matt.
Yeah.
He's gonna come on the podcast.
You've called him?
Oh yeah, he was scheduled.
Oh.
Him and his dad were both scheduled at separate times, but I had to cancel because of fucking COVID.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, his dad's coming on.
That'd be a good guess.
We're gonna talk about the Japanese internment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be
Yeah.
real interesting.
His family had a hard time through
Oh
that.
yeah, fucking
Yeah.
rights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They lived on like Gabriel Island or
Yeah.
Saturn. One of those little islands here in right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they sold all their shit off to pay for the internment.
Yeah. Brutal.
Was it at Salt Spring?
I don't know.
Oh.
You'll have to have him
I'm
on.
gonna have him on. Yeah, gonna have him on. We're gonna talk about all that.
Yeah.
All that good stuff. Yeah, the super straight. I just pissing my pants laughing.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Super straight.
I think we're just making too much of a big deal out of everything. Like in our town here,
Yeah.
there's fucking assholes out there, no doubt.
Yeah.
But I don't really see like. Maybe I'm just sheltered. I think we're mostly pretty good.
You're not sheltered. You work at a liquor store,
Yeah.
a tobacconist. You
Uh-huh.
see all walks of life.
Uh-huh.
You're downtown more than
most people.
Most people. No, that's not sheltered.
Yeah. So and I don't.
I
See
don't
it.
think.
I don't see it.
Yeah.
Like I don't see it with my staff. I don't see it. I don't see them being bigots.
Oh,
I
not
don't
at
see
all.
them treating, trans people any different when they come into our store or alternative looking people. I just don't see it.
No.
They're alternative themselves.
Oh, absolutely. And and most of your staff are younger.
Yeah.
Oh, they're very,
Very progressive.
very progressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
So
sure.
we're talking about a couple old people.
Yeah.
Cares about that
They're gonna
anyway.
be fucking gone soon, and that's it.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
Yeah.
Right. So I just don't see it being that.
And that's fine. It's hard to change, an old dog, new tricks, that kind of bullshit. But
Yeah.
like, whatever.
It's gonna sort itself out.
You got to
with
deal with
time.
some assholes.
We don't
You
need
can't
to be-
deal with assholes. What are you going to deal with? Like,
Yeah, I mean, my thing is, what I'm trying to get at is we don't need to be fighting about this shit all the time,
No.
Like, just fuck enough already.
Yeah.
Like, we're all
In
just-
my head, it's over.
Yeah, me too.
It's
Like,
done.
gay?
That was like 10 years ago.
Gay? Who cares?
None.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
don't
I got gay
don't-
friends. I mean,
Yeah.
who gives a fuck? We don't talk about my buddy, like, that's gay. We don't talk about him being gay. Like, who gives a fuck?
No.
Nobody cares.
No one cares.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you happy? Great.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you're an asshole, I'm not gonna like you. It has nothing to do with your sexual preferences or your orientation or whether you're trans or not. If you're a fucking
Yeah.
idiot, you're out.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty goofy. Yeah, I really would like it to stop because it gets
Yeah.
tiring, right?
It does. It does.
So I'm wondering if the super straight thing is maybe a response to that, and he's just saying like, haha, fuck you, maybe.
Yeah.
It is kind of funny.
It is hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Tim Dillon said about Caitlyn Jenner.
Mm-hmm.
She killed my hero.
Yeah.
'Cause when she transitioned, right? She
Yeah.
killed my hero.
Yeah.
That fucking bitch. She murdered my hero.
Yeah. He had a great little.
That's fucking hilarious, though. Female. What was it? Woman of the Year or Female Athlete of the Year?
Yeah.
Woman of the Year?
Woman of the Year, maybe.
That's an insult to all women in the
Yeah.
world.
It really is.
She was a woman for 6 fucking months. She was a newborn.
Yeah.
Too early.
Male your whole life till you're 60 something or
Whatever. Yeah, and then
70
you're a
or-
woman for 6 months, and now you're Woman of the Year. That to me is insulting to women.
Yeah, I think so too. It really is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It ain't right. Oh, so here's a good one.
Okay.
RuPaul.
Yeah.
You know RuPaul,
I do.
right?
Yeah.
I think RuPaul's gay, but I don't even know, and it's really irrelevant to this story. But he's a drag queen.
Yes.
So he's got the show, The Drag Race.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So he got tied up in a little, because he's still a he, right? He's not transitioned.
He's a drag queen.
Yeah, yeah.
They're dudes who dress
Yeah.
up as women at night.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? Which is hilarious.
It's funny.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Right? So there's a woman. I think she's on this season's Drag Race.
Okay.
So RuPaul got tangled up in this bullshit, this woke bullshit. There's a woman that transitioned to a man that dresses drag.
Oh, come on. Why?
Why?
You were already doing it.
I know. So a woman transitions to a male.
Yeah.
Now she's a guy.
'Kay.
Now she wants to dress drag.
'Kay.
How the fuck is that fair? And RuPaul didn't want him in.
Yeah.
Because there's no tuck. You don't have wedding tackle.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So
Okay.
it's not fair. You have a vagina. You don't have a cock. And the drag thing is you got to tuck the cock. You got to tape it up between your ass cheeks.
Okay.
Right? And hold everything in
Sure.
so you look like a woman.
Okay.
It's part of the drag thing.
Uh-huh.
You remember like in Pet Detective, right?
Yeah. Yeah. When it turns around. Yeah.
Right? It's all lumpy in the back. So
Einhorst. Was the guy's name Einhorst or something?
Oh, yeah. Who the hell's that? Yeah.
Wait a minute. Einhorst is what's her name?
And then it's
And
the
then they all start, like-
crying game. They're all throwing up because they all been with her. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was funny.
So RuPaul said no, and then this guy got all the woke people, the social justice warriors, somehow up RuPaul's skirt, and he accepted her. I don't
It's
fucking
his show. He can do whatever he wants.
should be able to,
Yeah.
I agree. That's fucking stupid, though. You're a woman. But apparently, a trans man is a man. Not a trans man, is a man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I don't
that's
know.
a fucking complicated
It's
one.
a very complicated one, and
To me, a trans man is a trans man. It's not.
and this
he's
gets
not a
into all
man.
the sports issues and all that.
Oh, that's bullshit.
What do you do? What do you do?
You know what?
Can't transition
This is me.
in your
This is
20s
me.
and then go and compete.
I'm a conservative, bigoted motherfucker, I guess. But if you transition, that you are hanging up your athletic card.
I guess, right?
That's me. I never got to fucking compete in sports. Many of us do not. Right? It's just life. Life says that not everyone gets to fucking compete in sports.
right.
So if I'm a man and I transition to a woman, you're telling me I'm going to go and be a fucking wrestler tomorrow and start fighting women?
Yeah, you could have probably won a gold medal.
What woman in my weight class, if I had 6 months of training,
You
there's
could have
not...
probably won shot put,
Yeah.
deadlifts.
Yeah. Well, I already know how to shot put.
You
so
could do.
I can't deadlift enough. But I bet you with 6 months of training,
Yeah.
it's not right. It's
No,
not,
it's not right.
fucking right. I don't
No.
give a fuck who says it's right. It ain't right.
Because it's not fair to
It's not
those
fair.
athletes who've dedicated their whole lives to that sport.
It ain't right. It's not
in that
fair
gender
to women.
And, no, it's not. It's not. It's not fair to women.
No, it's not fair to women.
Yeah.
And if anyone
So do
hears
we-
this and
do-
thinks I'm
so
transphobic,
here-
it's not that I'm fucking transphobic. It's
So-
just it ain't fucking fair.
So you get males that are getting canceled for having your view.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, they're
If
getting.
anyone cared, I'd get canceled for this.
Yes, but why aren't women outraged?
They should be.
Or
fucking
are they? And I'm
furious.
just not hearing
Maybe they
about-
are. Maybe they are, but they're too scared to talk because they don't want to get canceled themselves.
Yeah.
But they should be fucking furious.
They would,
Every
yeah.
feminist in the world should be fucking furious. Men are allowed to compete in women's
Oh,
sports.
something's coming to my mind. The female tennis player. She just got in trouble for saying something like this. She's gay? Is it Martina?
She's gay.
She is? Okay. Tennis player, world renowned. She had a
Martina? Is she?
Navratilova.
She gay?
I'm getting this wrong for sure.
No, it's not.
But
her.
one of the retired
Yes, I know who you
pro
mean.
tennis
Yeah,
players who would
she's very short-haired,
Very-
kind of dykey looking. Let's be honest.
okay,
Yeah.
great. She made a comment, and they're all up her ass about this. That transition shouldn't be able to compete in sports.
Because in tennis, like the 300th or the 500th seeded male
Right.
could beat the top female.
Well, it's muscle mass.
It's muscle mass, right?
Yeah.
Don't give a fuck. But
Yeah.
so it wouldn't take a lot
Right.
for a male
Yeah.
to be competitive at a high level in the female game.
Right.
It wouldn't take a lot,
Yeah.
So any guy that plays tennis 2 or 3 times a week at the country club could probably compete at a high level against females.
And you know what? And that's true.
Yeah, it's
And
fucking
I-
true. It's been proven.
And I love female sports.
female
watching.
tennis is awesome.
I love watching female tennis.
Yeah.
I love
way they
watching. You're an idiot.
I'm trying to be
But-
funny here.
Female soccer
Do you like it?
I do.
I like
you don't,
female.
You don't like watching not all of it, obviously.
No,
There's
female
different
World
levels.
Cup soccer is great.
Female World Cup
Yeah,
soccer.
that was great.
Okay, but I can't even watch men's non-World Cup soccer a lot of times.
You can't?
Well,
No, it's pretty.
The Premier League, Italian League, couple leagues are great.
Yeah.
But
A regular game is going to be
you
terrible.
watch U.S. versus Canada women's soccer.
Oh, it's great.
That's an
Fucking
exciting game.
Yeah, it's a very good
Right?
game. High quality game.
High quality.
You know,
So
usually a little bit higher scoring than the men's games, a more offensive game. Scrappy as fuck, too.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm not dissing that,
No.
but there's a reality when it comes to the two genders when you mix them on the field at the same time. You can't do it. Just can't do it. Can't
Yeah,
have a man go and play football and kill somebody.
You're
Ridiculous.
talking about American football?
Yeah. Or a rugby player
No.
transition and go play female rugby.
No, I've heard this
Or-
about a wrestler that transitioned and was
MMA.
was slamming these girls into the mat, like breaking them.
Well, some MMA guy transitioned and they broke the friggin' number one's jaw in half.
Yeah, it's fucking.
What?
No, it ain't right.
Get out of here.
That's what Joe Rogan got in shit for saying that
Oh.
that shouldn't happen.
It shouldn't.
And everyone was calling him transphobe. It's not fucking being a transphobe. It ain't right.
He's standing up for women.
Fucking rights he is.
And so am I when I have that point.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not right.
No, it ain't right. No, it's just too fucking much. So that's my opinion. I guess if you're an athlete,
So you transition, but you still compete with the males.
yeah.
And that's fine.
Okay, you still can compete with the males if you transition because you're a biological male.
Yeah.
You can compete with the
Fine.
males,
No problem.
or you don't compete anymore.
Yeah. I don't think yeah.
Like you cannot compete against the women.
No, you cannot. You can still compete though.
Sure.
Against the men.
Sure, against the men.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the one wrestler, like the guy's got fucking arms. It's like, what the fuck is that? Ain't makes
like
no fucking sense at
Andy
all.
Kaufman.
Yeah, fighting Hulk Hogan.
Fighting the women.
Oh,
Right?
Andy Kaufman
That was it. That was his skit. He used to wrestle women. Beat them up.
Yeah.
That was
But
ridiculous.
didn't he fight someone else too? Didn't he fight like Hulk Hogan or something?
No,
Get the shit kicked out of him.
one of the wrestlers. It was a skit.
Yeah, but
in the end,
it
it was
looked
a
like it
skit.
real. It
Yeah,
looked
oh,
real.
yeah, it was real.
He got his ass kicked. Yeah, yeah.
Brutal.
What kind of a person wants to transition and then wants to compete against women? Like, what kind of a fucking person wants to do that? Like, seriously. I mean, completely serious and thoughtful
so
right
that
now.
person truly believes that they are either female or were born in the wrong body, and they feel some kind of like they're ripped off.
Okay.
They must.
There's got to be something,
They must
right?
have
because how can they think in their heart,
deeply rooted-
in their heart of hearts? How
Yeah.
can they think that their victory
They
isn't
felt
somehow
they
soiled
felt
by
like
the fact
that
they were
if
born
they were
male?
born a female, that they would have been the number one athlete in that sport. They must truly believe that,
I guess so, man.
or else why would they do it?
Yeah, I don't know.
For
Fame?
fun?
5 minutes of fame?
It's crazy. It's possible.
I don't want to say that they're all of anyone is any way, but maybe there's some people that transition that need to be in the limelight, need to be looked at, special.
Yeah.
Some people say that Caitlyn Jenner transitioned for that reason.
Out
'Cause
of,
she was
out of the spotlight.
She was
for
out of the spotlight. All the
long
fucking
time.
Kardashians and all that were all doing this thing and making fun of her and this and that and the other. And he was always the butt of the jokes. And now she's transitioned and she's like this untouchable this queen of the night.
Yeah, I can't say shit
Can't say shit about her no more.
except for Nikki Glaser.
What does she say?
They did a roast, and she was on. She was very funny.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she roasted who?
She was on a roast for like, I don't know, one of the Baldwins.
And Caitlyn Jenner was there.
Caitlyn Jenner was there, but you know how they roast the other people.
Yeah.
And then she just went off on her a little bit. It was very funny. Yeah,
Did she handle it okay, or was she pissed off?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
You'll have to Google it.
yeah, I'll have to. Yeah,
Yeah.
Nikki
Glaser.
Nikki Glaser.
Yeah, she's funny.
Okay. Yeah, Tim Dillon went off on that a little bit too.
Oh, so Tim Dillon did a little skit, which I thought was interesting, because he was mocking Jimmy Fallon.
Oh yeah.
And I kind of agreed.
Well, late night's fucking dead.
Late night's dead.
Late night is not even funny anymore.
No, it's not.
They late night fucked themselves.
Yeah.
They fucked themselves. They went after Trump, and all they could do was Trump jokes.
Right.
And now Trump's gone, and they're not funny.
Yeah.
So what did I
So
I remember
Tim
seeing,
Dillon basically says that it's not comedy, it's not funny.
what
And
is
late night.
Oh no,
And Jimmy
it's not.
Jimmy Fallon's not funny. He basically summed it up that it's exclusive elite Hollywood getting around doing a circle jerk.
Right.
Okay? That they're just too exclusive. Okay? They don't answer any questions.
Oh yeah.
It's all
all
crap.
fluff
There's
bullshit.
no real interview. It's bullshit fluff. They do these silly little games.
Yeah.
And then he talks about this skit where they go to the Olive Garden. Jimmy
Yeah.
takes his guests to the Olive Garden.
Oh, you
And
were
what
in
is it-
Italy? Oh, I was in Italy at the same time you were in Italy.
Yeah, that's
Ah!
part of the little skit, right? Yeah.
And
they
then the
talk about-
regular people are like, "Who the fuck goes to Italy?"
Yeah. And then they go to the Olive Garden. He's like, well, why? To mock poor people? Like, or people who just eat regular food at restaurants that they can afford? It's like, and they pretend that it's delicious and they mock the wage. Like, it's the stupidest thing ever. And I like Fallon,
Yeah.
or used to anyways.
Yeah, he's
'cause I
gotten
thought he was funny.
he's gotten unfunny though.
Yeah, it's just, I don't find it that
He was
humorous.
better when he was doing like parodies of like Willie Nelson or The Boss or stuff like that.
Neil Young.
Neil
he did-
Young, sorry,
yeah.
Neil Young. Yeah,
Yeah.
It was kind of funny.
Yeah, because
He
he
was
was
good.
showing off his talent as
Yeah.
a singer, a
Yeah,
dancer,
yeah.
storyteller, or whatever. But his skits have gotten really lame.
That Seth Meyers guy,
Yeah.
he is the fucking least funny person.
Yeah.
How the fuck does that guy still have a job?
So these guys are all bad, in my opinion. They're not funny.
Once Letterman left,
Yeah, it was over.
it was over for me.
Yeah.
Carson first, but
Yeah.
I didn't mind Leno.
Yeah.
I didn't mind Leno.
He
He
didn't-
wasn't my favorite, but I didn't mind him.
He got a bad rap for whatever reason.
Leno?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he fucked Conan over in the end. He was supposed to give
That
Conan
was
the
terrible.
show, and then didn't, and he did fuck that up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't mind. I don't mind Conan.
Conan's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Conan's funny.
Yeah.
But I don't really. The stuff I've seen from Conan, it's not like he's just not just trashing Trump or Biden.
No.
It's funnier than that.
It is
It's
funnier
easy
than
to
that.
trash a politician, and it's not
Yeah.
funny.
No.
Because as soon as you trash a politician, you're telling half of your audience to fuck off,
Yeah.
right?
I guess so.
regardless of who you're trashing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's not good. It's not good for business.
No. So, it kind of rang home with me when he started talking about that, because I thought, I've been feeling like that for a while.
Yeah.
That this late night shows are just not good.
I haven't watched a late night.
It's like,
I used to be a-
unplug the cable, get rid of it. It
I-
sucks.
Yeah, I used to watch late night religiously.
All the time.
Always. Not
Yeah.
anymore.
No, I can't do it.
Yeah, I like Letterman. He was funny. I watched some old Letterman stuff on YouTube, and he was savage. Like,
Yeah.
he used to make fun of his guests.
He did.
If you weren't a good guest, he would tell you.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, it was.
It was pretty good.
It was really good.
So I enjoyed that, and I like. I've watched every Bill Barr skit on the internet basically, and he used to go on Conan all the time and just shit on everybody, and Conan would be just killing himself laughing, and
Yeah.
that's funny to watch, right? Because you got Bill Barr just ragging on people, and then Conan just falling over, dying, and he thought it was just so funny.
yeah.
That
is-
Craig Ferguson,
Craig Ferguson's good.
he's kind of good.
Yeah.
Smoking his pipe or holding his pipe. He doesn't smoke it
Yeah, I
on
know.
stage, but he holds it like
Yeah.
he's like the boss.
He's a funny dude.
but
yeah.
that Seth
But
guy,
most of them are bad.
yeah, it's gone bad. They've lost their
Paid
touch.
way too much.
Paid too much, too woke, too Hollywood, too political. Like, get off the fucking politics already.
Yeah.
Like, you're watching late night, you want to escape. You don't want to.
Yeah.
That what's her name? Samantha Bee. We went and saw her in New York.
Oh, you did?
Oh, fucking garbage. Just spewing shit. All she talked about was Trump and the South and NASCAR. Made fun of NASCAR. I was like, fuck, I like NASCAR. Just because good old boys drive NASCAR doesn't mean they're all racist pieces of shit. Like,
No.
God damn it, Like, talk about stereotyping people.
I know. It's bad.
Yeah, I was like, So when we were in Samantha Bee, they were shooting out T-shirts. This is how cheap that fucking bitch is. They got first they have a comedian come out, right? It's like warming up the crowd,
audience.
right? But then it was hilarious because we're supposed to laugh at Samantha Bee's jokes, but nobody was laughing. It wasn't funny.
Yeah.
But the whole crowd was left. They were all liberals.
Okay.
I was the only guy that was kind of in the middle there, as far as I could tell. I'm not even a righty. I'm not even close. But she just wasn't funny, and they were all like woke, and she was telling like Trump jokes and political jokes, and I didn't get a lot of them because I don't watch enough American politics to know all the insides and intricacies of her jokes.
Right.
But she's so fucking cheap. So the warmer comes out doing the thing, and then she shoots out some T-shirts, right? And it was great. So shot out a T-shirt, and some fucking poor fucking liberals in front of me. He goes up to grab it, and I'm sitting behind him. I just reach fucking over. Wow! Just fucking grab that T-shirt right out of his fucking hands. Eh?
Good.
Yeah.
Nice.
And someone else in the crowd was like, "Ooh, nasty!" Like I'm nasty, right? I fold it up. I put it in my wife's purse. I go, "Don't pull that T-shirt. Like hide that T-shirt. I don't want to get fucking mobbed here by all these fucking woke people." And then I get the T-shirt to the hotel, and I open up. It's a Spanish one. It's not even the English T-shirt. It's like all Spanish. It's like, we got these fucking cheap-ass T-shirts that we can't sell, and we'll give these away. It's a full English crowd. We're in fucking New York, and I got a Spanish fucking full frontal, and it says it all in Spanish.
That's weird.
I'm not fucking Spanish. I can't even read it. I was like, what the, you cheap slut. Yeah.
That's bizarre.
Right?
Yeah. I don't even know who she is.
Yeah, you never will.
No,
You
I don't
never
want
will.
to.
Who cares?
I would.
She's not.
I would never.
She's another one of these people that now that Trump's out of power.
Did your wife make you line up for that one?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, fuck
I would
yeah.
not line up for that.
Yeah, my wife made me go.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. And friends of mine have gone to Letterman, right? They
we
lined
went.
up.
We went as. Oh, you know what? We saw the Hello Deli.
Yeah.
We went to the Hello Deli.
Yeah.
And what was his name again? Chinese fellow. Rupert.
Yeah. Rupert
Was there.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to bug him. Poor guy.
I know.
Like,
He must get so much.
Yeah.
Of it.
So all I did was he was working at the counter, actually filling out like mail order stuff.
Okay.
Good for him,
Yeah.
right? And I just kind of went like click, a little selfie, and him in the background, right? I just didn't want to bug him. I was like, I just said I used to love watching you on Letterman. Those were great. He goes, yeah. He says those are the good old days, because he's got to be fucking hurting, right?
Oh yeah, because the Letterman left.
Letterman left, and now.
The Tonight Show's next door. Or no, who's there?
The Dave Sutherland Theater. I don't know, but I'll tell you one thing: every store in the bottom of the Ed Sullivan Theater was closed.
Oh really?
This is 2 years ago.
Yeah.
They were all closed.
Wow.
So Rupert's there with the Hello Deli.
Yeah.
And I think he was suffering. It wasn't like the good old days, like when Letterman was there and always seeing him, and people were lined. Remember, people used to they used to have barricades up, and there'd be like people all around.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get some spillover after the filming of the show's done, and there's people gonna come in.
Dave took care of him.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So
A couple meat platters from Hello Deli,
yeah,
right?
right? Like-
Those were the worst platters ever.
Oh,
Who would eat that?
The deli is a
Yeah.
joke.
Yeah.
You can't even get
I've been in there.
It's not even a fucking
Yeah,
deli.
I've been in there.
Oh, you've been in?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a deli. It's like
Yeah.
a little fucking convenience store. It's terrible.
Yeah.
So you were there when Letterman was still filming?
Yeah. But I didn't go see
You don't
Letterman.
see- yeah.
You have to line up all day.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like only in New York for 3 days. What am I
I
going to
know,
do? Line
yeah,
up a whole day to see that?
no,
I'm not going to do
no,
it.
no.
Yeah. Yeah. So, too much to do and see. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we went to Samantha Bee. We made rezos, so it didn't take us all day.
Right.
It just took a few hours of a day.
Yeah.
Right? So
That's not so bad.
Wasn't so bad.
Yeah. With Letterman, you have to line up, I think, and answer questions and be like, it was really hard to get on.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So my buddy here, he had to register. Then he got a phone call.
Oh,
Okay,
Jesus.
and he had to be in his seat for a certain period of time, and they were gonna call, like they gave you a 3-hour window, let's just say, okay.
Okay.
And then he gets the phone, it rings, answers. It's the Letterman show calling.
Okay.
Answer a question from the Letterman show, and it
What?
was not an easy one. Like, remember the guy? He was kind of a redhead, and he would come on the show. and he had a name, and he was like an announcer, a broadcaster, and he had like a one-liner.
Yes. I remember him.
I don't even remember what he used to say.
Yeah.
One line.
It wasn't Biff.
No.
Biff was the black guy, like the producer.
He was a producer.
And then this other guy was like a redheaded guy, always wearing like a suit.
Yes.
And he did nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was off to the side, and no
Name
one ever.
that guy.
What? Oh, good luck.
He knew the name, so he answered the question. So that gave him a ticket to get in the line. Okay. Then he gets in the line, and the producers are going up and down the line, and they're like, "You can go. We're not letting you in."
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you're too ugly. You're dressed too shitty. You're too drunk. You're gone. Okay? You guys are high energy. You look like fun. You're front row. Okay? You're a little lame. You're in the back row.
Are you?
No. And then you go in and you get to see like half the show, I think. Is how, if I remember right, you get to see like the monologue portion.
And then you gotta get the fuck out?
That's in the daytime. Then you can either come back, or they get a whole new audience for the guests.
Are you?
No, it's TV, dude. Okay. So then,
Well, with Samantha Bee, we went in.
Right.
First, we made Rezos, no question.
Because look, if you're doing it going there in the daytime, let's just say, okay.
Yeah.
When Letterman's guests came on, it was nighttime.
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was all filmed during the day.
No, I don't think so, because it was like the sun was setting, right?
Oh yeah, but it was dark when he used to go out to
Go on the
Rupert's,
street.
It was always dark.
Okay. So then he comes
Yeah.
back for the filming of the three guests, or the two guests.
Yeah.
And the band.
Yeah.
Right? But the daytime monologue and the stupid shit was filmed at a different time.
Oh my god.
Complicated.
Yeah. So with Samantha Bee, we lined up. We've got the Rezo.
Yeah.
We line up. They get us in. We go to a holding room. There's like 2 holding rooms.
Right.
And they tell us you can't leave your seat. You got to do this. You got to do that. Use the bathroom first. Blah blah blah.
Right.
And then they file you in single file, like right in through the. I can't remember what theater we were at.
Right.
And then they seat you. You know. I don't know how they figure that out. Maybe they behind the scenes were like, oh yeah, these guys are fucking losers. We'll put them in the back. I don't know what they thought.
Maybe you're wearing too bright of a color.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. And it was quite simple in and out. But then, so it was kind of interesting though. She came up, and of course she'd screw up. She screwed up, right? Her monologue, because all her shows like all monologue, no guests. It's like a 20-minute monologue.
I have no idea.
Yeah. It's like a comedy skit.
Okay.
Skits like with the monitor, you know.
Oh, like a screen. And,
yeah, screen. And
yeah.
she talks. It's like a news show, kind of a news comedy show, right?
Yeah.
And then,
Like Tosh.0, I think, has something like that.
I don't know. I don't know that one, but
same shit.
Yeah, so it's just making fun of politicians, basically, typically conservative politicians, right? And so she screwed up, and then she had to redo it. So you're sitting there at the end, and then she's done her whole thing, and she goes, screw that up. So she redoes it 2 or 3 times,
and they just sit there.
We're sitting there watching her fix things, and then
how brutal
still
is
not
that?
funny.
Nope.
And then we're all done.
Yeah. No wonder nobody's laughing, especially if you heard it 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't.
They gotta cut
Didn't laugh the first time, dude.
Sure.
And then the producers are there trying to get you to, yay! And I'm just like, fuck, this sucks.
Daniel like it?
No.
That's too bad.
Yeah, it was a disappointment for her. And you know what? Honestly, I don't think she's listened to Samantha Bee once since then.
Oh, funny.
Yeah, I think it kind of. She was like,
Yeah.
"You're stupid."
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, I thought you were funny, but now I just think you're a bitch.
Yep. Yeah. That's too bad.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, well. I think she's Canadian, too, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, funny.
Yeah. I could be wrong on that, but I thought she was Canadian. There's a few Canadians down there, right?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Steven Crowder's Canadian.
Yeah.
Eh?
You just said that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
eh?
I know. You actually said that.
I know. I just did. How do you know I'm Canadian? Yeah, Steven Crowder's Canadian.
Yeah.
He's and you know who else is Canadian? Oh shit, the guy that started the Proud Boys.
Oh.
Do you know who I mean?
Yeah, that's weird.
What the heck? Gavin McGinnis. He's Canadian. He used to be half owner of Vice magazine.
Oh.
Canadian. These are two big political guys down there.
Yeah, what do they care?
Gavin loves the United States.
Yeah,
Says it's the best country in the world.
it is.
Yeah, pretty much is. They got problems, but travel a bit. Travel a bit. Fuck.
Yeah.
Leave North America and then tell me that the USA sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
What else on your list? That's it?
That's it. That was my
Oh, what a
list.
shitty list. We are not prepared.
No, that was a good list. I talked about Super Straight. I thought that was
Straight.
gonna blow your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Clover Point and Dr. Seuss getting fucking canceled.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know any of the books that are getting canceled.
I don't either.
Yeah, we got a few.
I'm sure I do.
I've read.
yeah.
I don't know, whatever one to my daughter, a million times.
Oh,
The
yeah.
ABC one.
Oh, sure.
God, millions of times, hundreds of times.
Yeah.
My father-in-law knows that book by heart. He can say the whole thing beginning to end.
Oh, that's funny.
I know. He's read it so many times.
Yeah. Well, he's a racist.
No, get the fuck out. Might be a little. He's 85.
Yeah.
Probably is.
Yeah, I'm teasing. He's not. Not even in the slightest.
No, he's coming on the podcast next week.
Oh, wow.
Yep. I got him nailed down. He said yes.
Wow.
So I'm going to hear my father-in-law's life story.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. We're going to smoke cigars and drink tequila.
Yeah,
No,
right. No, you're not.
We're going to total tea.
Yeah.
And there will be no language whatsoever.
That's okay.
Yeah, I know.
It'll be a good one.
There wasn't that much in this one. I only dropped the F-bomb a few times.
Yeah.
Usually I'm a little raw, but I'm trying to make it more of a family show.
It is a family show.
That's right.
Talking about real issues in
man.
the city.
This was great.
Good.
Don't you think?
Yeah, I love
Except
it.
for a little technical difficulty earlier.
Yeah.
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 But that's it, man.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't
Yeah.
have anything else.
Yeah, it was good. Short and sweet. Well,
Okay,
2
man.
hours. Ain't that short.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 2 hours.
There you go.
Okay.
Sweet.
Good, man. Thanks.
Tip.
Peace.